This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uchi Ukafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uchi Ukafo Mefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Honestly, I do not expect you to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day you shall. Mazi Uchi Ukafo Mefo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okukano, the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. He's the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 6 decades now. He's the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. And by the special grace of Chukwukika Biama, I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, we cannot proceed without acknowledging the Creator. I call him Chukwukika Biama. He is the lifting up of our head. For we do not look up to the hills nor the mountain for help. Our help does not come from the hills nor the mountain, but it comes from the Creator, He who made the heavens and the earth. Ibu Chukwu n'ibuchim, Ibu Chukwu nyedigwe. Ebu wafanda no umegamo, umegamo, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka ji na-asị na-ebuchi anyị ịdị ebube, ịdị omimi, ebu wafanda no umegamo, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka ji na-asị na-ebuchi anyị. Anyị na-aja gị mma maka n'eziokwu na-ebu sọ mma ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị o juru anya dadio, inwe gị mgbanwe, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị. Ebu Alpha na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma ise. And of course, without wasting much of our time on this segment, the team remain back to your root. Back to your root. This is one word we have been struggling over hundreds of years to get used to. But you just don't have a choice. One way or the other, you will go back to your root. African is known for great vibration, spiritual vibration. A continent of spiritual-minded individual. But yet you are afraid to go back to your root. You will never understand. You will never know the truth. You will not benefit until you go back there. Take time and think about who your father is. Take time and think about who your mother really is. And then maybe you begin to understand what you are saying. Today, Nigerian government is encouraging people to start taking Guarariro, Ogujedi, Oguagbo to combat coronavirus. Go and bring China now. Why are you asking people to depend on traditional medicine? I thought it's safe. Ono kurunjoge kuma. They say when they say, oh, don't tell Biafra, we don't like Biafra, leave Biafra. You will praise Biafra. You don't have a choice. It doesn't matter how we get there. I didn't come here to lick anybody's snatch. I did not come here to please anybody. I come here to support genuine men and women who are fighting for Biafra to be restored. Outside that, every other thing is nonsense to me. Because at the end of the day, when we call you, come, let us fight to save Biafra. It is not for the good of anybody, not even us. but for the next generation. We will be the ancestors of the next generation. What will they talk about us? I can never be humbled and be pleased with the generation of Biafrans between 1967 and 1970. Those of them we are going to remember 30th of May this very month. They had no reason to fight to defend their land, but here they did. They followed up evil men and bloodied men and fought with them till many of them died. If I am talking today the way I talk, not because my father have money in his bank account, not because I have anybody that can defend me, because if I remember what they did, and then I can never be proud to be called anybody's son except those men who fought Nigerian evil state for 3 good years without bowing down to any pressure. I am very proud to be called one of the sons of those women in 1929 who marched against British government. And posterity will always talk about them. When we say go back to your root, if you don't tell people who you are, they will say you are anything. Very pathetic. Our history is written by Yoruba people. When I say go back to your root, we say go and do Ogomo. Go and do Ogomo because you never know. Anything we say do, go back to your root. If they were our father, if we are lucky enough, we will be a little bit evil than they have been. So if our fathers are evil, then we are evil, because snake cannot give birth to lion, and lion cannot give birth to goat. If you believe your ancestors is evil, you are evil because they are evil, so they gave birth to evil like you. But not until you understand they are good men and women. Nothing good will come out from you. Don't you understand it? Chinese people worship their ancestors. Rome and Europe worship their ancestors in the name of St. Peter, St. Paul, St. Kai, and St. John the Baptist. When you are praying for Holy Mary and St. Peter, who are you talking to? Is it not their own ancestors? Indians are praising and worshiping their ancestors. Everybody, only we. If I do pour libation for my ancestors and I say, it's evil, it's evil. But when you stand before the statue of Peter or Buddha or Gandhi and you say, oh, wonderful man. No, that is good. Go back to your roots. I won't digress further. We have been following up a particular series. This is the part 3 of it. The topic is the importance of family and the role played by our ancestors. The importance of family and the role our ancestors played to ensure that our family is intact. Every nation that are progressing today, go and look at them. These were people who follow up the doctrine of their ancestors. No two ways about it. The Yoruba today can put us on our heels because we are worshiping Yoruba ancestors. We Biafrans, 90% of us are worshiping Yoruba ancestors. No, it's not true. It is the truth. Have you seen Yoruba tell you the ancestors is evil? Even though half of them are Muslim, the even Yoruba Muslim is wiser than the Biafran Christian worshiping in Yoruba church. The Hausa Fulani don't know what it means to have a family, but yet they use the principle of family to unite themselves. All of them believe that they are family, even when Gwari man is not Nupe man, when Nupe man is not a TV man, not Biro man. But all of them, not Anan, and they kill us. And when we tell you, go back to your roots so you know who you are. Some people are, we're going to be this, we're going to... Save your family first before you talk of another place. Save your own family first. Charity begins at home. Do not be like Chibuke Amechi. The name is clear, you know where he's coming from. Save your family first. Our fathers understand this thing. But of course, we are going to reveal a lot of things as we go into this struggle. Somebody is going to say, how does it affect our struggle? My brother, I will not match with anybody that is not my family. I will not match with you. One day we will match, whether you like it or not. One day we will test the gun again. I know come here make we can't talk, but talk na part of it. We are talking. Very soon we shall shooting. They're on it. So when I say we will march, I'm not talking about protests now. I'm not talking about the 21 million man march in America. I'm talking about we will shoot ourselves. What is it? How can Nigeria be shooting us and killing us indiscriminately? Go and look at everywhere you have lockdown in Biafra land. It's the Fulani people that are the police blocking our way. What are they burying? Fulani idiot who don't have a village. He's the one telling you not to come out and not to go out. And somebody's telling me it's going to remain like that. I know they hide my mouth, they talk more. But people must understand what you are saying. I cannot match with you if you are not a pure Biafran. You will go to another flank. You will go to another group and fight. I won't fight with you because I will kill you myself. This is how serious it can be. Go back to your root and find out who you are. So we position you where you are supposed to be. I know how you really feel. But this is the time to embrace the truth in its totality. Me, I have a brother that is married to Fulani. My own brother, younger brother. He's in the military. He's in the Navy. I am saying it today because Fulani man will never know he's my younger brother. Because before they took him in the Marine Department, they asked him to answer Awusa Fulani name. He answered Awusa Fulani name. He's married to Fulani. They have 2 children already. Still with the Nigerian military. My younger brother. But that in Peking them, I will take them to Abeno Abe for proper initiation. We will purify that Fulani blood in the life of my own younger brother. We are not joking here. Not to talk of the one that have Yoruba blood. But I will not allow my brother's son, who is Miss Blood, to come and kill my father's children. Because as a first son, it is my honor to defend the integrity and the honor of my father's home. This is what we are saying here. When we say go back to your root, understand. Look at nonsense happening in Biafra land. Just look at the nonsense happening among us. Go and take record of Biafran single mother. The single mother, I'm not saying the one their husband died. The single mother that they have husband, you don't see their husband. Do you know what Yoruba does? They wool our sisters, marry them and keep them along the road. One of them is in my compound. Oh, my husband is a rig worker. My husband is a rig worker. I told my wife, I said, look at this Igbo woman. Watch this woman. For you not to see the husband, after almost 8 months, they pack in. I said, watch very well. Now, Yoruba man give am belle. Because I've been telling my mother, my wife, I say, all this Igbo woman, Ijo woman, Abo woman, single mother, scattered everywhere. You don't see their husband. Now, Yoruba, they give them belle, they camp them. All of them born Pekin. This Pekin are Yoruba, then they answer Ikechuku. Tomorrow I go to Biafra. Oduduwa blood inside and go fight me. As they see them now, they hate themselves. Because we are not following the principle of family. Family is family. And one day, that boy came to our house with the mother's phone. And they were all playing with it. And my son clicked into one audio file. I'll begin to hear both of them sorting each other. Oh, Nikure, nka bronka. They were quarreling. He didn't come. Where is the money I borrow you? The point is that it's even our sisters that are sponsoring them. You born for free. They use you for free. They dump you on the road. If you are having a son, a Igbo woman, a Ijo woman, Biafra woman, a Kwaibo, for Yoruba, you know how miserable you are. They know they let on our born pass one. Only in rare occasion. Once on our born one, then go for Shango, come tie on our womb. That on our child become problem for us. That is why Ohaneze Ndibo, Ndiobere, can now bring Gowan to honor him. But yet we know all this truth. Because we don't want to go and find out what our ancestors did to be able to preserve us. Imagine Biafra mother came together and said, let us march and protest against the British. Why do they do about woman riot as they call it? Because go and check all of them. They are pure breed Biafra. But when we are looking at this subject, some people say, oh, how does it concern what we are doing? It concerns, no. In every study you do in school, the most important thing, the very basic principle that governs every study, topic, or study in school, the first thing you need to know is the definition. Definition. Without definition, you are not going anywhere. The definition of any race, any breed, of Homo sapien, you must define who you are. What is biology? It is when you know biology that gives you the first foothold over knowing that topic. What is geography? What is physics? What is chemistry? If you don't know the definition, you will not understand what they are saying. Definition. Who is a Biafran? You must be able to define it. I tell you the truth. No sentiment here. One way or the other, Nigeria must obey Biafra. One way or the other, all the truth you are hiding, it must come out. One way or the other, somewhere along the line, we will look at ourselves in the face and we will say the truth. And we shall tell one another how we overcome. It really doesn't matter. So please, it has so much to do. Let's find out how they did what they did. It will help us very well. On this part 3, we are looking at guideline for marriage. They have principle of marriage. I'm not trying to compare them with the Bible now. But I see the guideline that governs our ancestral marriage principle is almost what is in the Bible. It's just what is in the Bible. There are guidelines. And number one guideline there is that marriage was organized by the general consent of both of the family. One group don't do marriage. Both family, they get involved. Less than a year ago, one of my cousins was married. They come to marry one of my cousin's sister. And I have to represent as the father of the house. But something was not right in the family. The boy said his parents died when he was small. And so he moved on to Lagos. He stayed in Lagos for many years until he grew up. And then he moved to another person's house in Ibadan. And then in Ibadan, God help him, he's grown up, he's okay, he's doing well. But he don't know his mother and he don't know his father. And he want to marry my sister. And he's still from my place. Oh. And I said to him, my sister love you. You love my sister. I don't have problem with that. But you see, my sister is going to have children someday. And I want to know where my sister children come from. Maybe your father don't have house in the village. It's not of any concern with me. I want your village people to say they know your father. I want to know where you come from. But you go there first of all and find out who your father is. Go and find out where you come from and come back to me. I didn't take any drink from there. I didn't take anything. I can't give my sister to somebody who fall from heaven. Most of you don't know that Yoruba ancestors fall from heaven, landed in Egypt, and migrated to Nigeria. And now they own 10% all the oil well. I don't marry somebody that fall from heaven. Only Satan fall from heaven because he was cast down from heaven. And so he went home. He spent like 2 weeks there. And when he came back, he was very happy, very grateful. Village people don't know how to contact him. They have searched for him all they can. And of course, he came back as a wealthy man. So nobody will even hide anything for him. Come and see on that wedding day. Inu Munede to be precise. The whole family were so happy. Because I helped them to see their lost son. He was lost. And now when my sister have child for the man, I will know where that child come from. That is how one of the principles. One person don't do marriage. Then because my sister don't join prayer warrior. Oh Lord, give me husband. Oh Lord, give me husband. And now I see something that can spare danger in the future. I will not keep quiet. No, my sister has entered that class. Oh Lord, give me husband. Oh Lord, every spirit blocking my husband. Oh Lord, I have waited. Don't let me enter menopause. it is better, my sister, honor monopause, enter monopause, than to marry to somebody we don't know. The father of the lady and the father of the man, they must know. It is going to be their consent. Many of you got married. Your father refused or your mother refused. You bullshit them and your pastor will wed you. May the Lord have mercy upon you and deliver you if you are such a person. Just go home now, buy drink and start begging them until they forgive you. Because the seed you sow, it will catch up with you. Someday, you never know. So, in our culture, the consent of both family, you must know. No two ways about it. Somebody must be aware. They have guideline. Number 2. His son will allow his father's wife on certain occasion on the event of death. When you talk about the guideline of marriage, a son in my own culture is allowed to marry his father's wife. Remember, we have talked about who we can marry and who we cannot marry. But for record purposes, in most cases, a man will marry so many wives, more than one wife. Polygamy as it is for us in the ancestral time. And maybe when the man died, all the wife are not actually wife. In fact, my Oga is from Nnewi. His father got old, so old, that all of them, nobody's at home. This one is in Germany, this one is in Jamaica. Everybody has gone out. Their father is so old, their mother is late, and they keep hiring housemaid to help their father. Housemaid self will even beat their old father. And when they notice it, they went and married for the old man. The man should be around 90-something years. They married a wife for the man who is about 36 years. Now, tell me what 90 years old man is going to do for 36 years old girl. But that was a marriage, traditional marriage. But that marriage was meant to support the life of that man. It's not about normal husband and wife issue. It's about trying to prolong the life of that man. And now it reminds me in the Bible, when David was around 120 years. He was so old that his blanket could not warm his body again. I think they married a young dancer for David. A young dancer of around 26 years or 16 years. I can't remember clearly. The Bible said David did not know that woman until his death. They didn't marry a young girl, small girl for David because they want David to fornicate or have children. They need somebody who can take proper care of him. So when you see a young girl married to old man, it's not about the marriage. There is other thing involved. And now, in the event when that man die, they will ask the first son, your father is dead, and this woman, this girl is your father's wife. Can you marry the girl? Because we want this girl to remain in our family. The first son will say no. Maybe the second son will say no. But any of them that agreed, by our culture, we will marry that woman. It's not a taboo. And then, through the woman, you can have children in your father's name. But when the son say no, we don't want, that woman is free from the bond of marriage. She can go ahead and get married to another person and cannot be condemned to have fornicated. I know it happened everywhere in Biafra land. I can link my family to every tribe in Biafra land. I know it's the same thing. Number 2 guideline. The son is allowed to marry his father's wife, like I said, under certain conditions. Number 3, brothers are allowed to marry their own brother's wife in the event of death. In my place. Not when your brother is alive. In those days, when families are large, most especially they see a good woman, and their son married the woman, very good woman, and the man died. Some family don't want to leave that woman. They will call the brother and say, please, marry this your brother's wife and have children for your brother. It happened in the Bible. The case of Judah. None of them agreed to have child for them through their brother's wife. God killed all of them according to the Bible. Until Judah come to the stage that he pregnanted the woman unknowingly. Now, understand the guideline. It's manual. If it were to be commanded, they say you can marry this person, you can marry this person, you cannot marry this person. A son is allowed to marry his father's wife in the event of death. All of them is not about procurement or having enjoyment sex. No. All of them was to make sure that their blood does not spill anywhere in the community. Anyhow, integrity of our home must be kept. Let me tell you what you don't understand. In 2013, our beloved brother, FFK, made a publication. Let me tell you why they do these two things. You may not be aware. In 2013, our beloved brother, FFK, made a publication. How he dig borehole in Ojukwu wife. These are bitter truths some of you want to sweep under the carpet. I still have the write-up. Our beloved brother in 2013 made a post. The whole world saw it. He prouded and boasted that he, FFK, is digging borehole on top of Bianca. I talk lie. If Bianca was following culture and tradition, he will not befriend FFK. That is insult on Ojukwu. That is insult on everybody that believes in Ojukwu. That is insult on the whole Biafra. That the Yoruba man crossed Bianca. I didn't say it. I have the publication. I have the link. I screenshot it. I wrote it down. All of them are there. Our beloved brother, FFK, was so proud how he dig borehole in Bianca. That is an insult. Why do you think Yoruba will respect us? The whole dim chukwe meko di mego juku, a people's general. Because what they are supposed to do, according to culture and tradition, was to call Bianca. Do you still want to continue with this family? Bianca will say, no, I would like to. No, she don't even have to say. They will call Bianca and say, they will call Ojukwu family and say, can any of you hold this woman, take her as your wife, so that she cannot soil the name of our brother? Bianca is a very beautiful woman. In those days, the second name for angel, where I come from, is Bianca. There are two ladies I have not met in my life, but when you mention their name, it looks like it's angel. One is Albani Derego. The other one is Bianca. And so she's a beautiful woman. Any of Ojukwu family member, therefore Hula. But they left her. Maybe they didn't even ask her. And then somewhere along the line, if enter FFK hand, FFK chop claim out. How did he compensate us? He insulted us. That our own general, he is a borehole digger. Everything you are doing today is on record. You people will not run away from it. But of course, we can look at it as a story, test by moonlight in future, and move ahead. But you are covering it, trying to suppress the truth. When the truth will be let loose, you will understand it does not need to be controlled. Let me not digress further. Number 4, guideline to marriage. The reason why they allow you to marry your father's wife or your brother's wife after death is so that somebody cannot insult the honor and integrity of your father. I know many people today, they will say, your father is dead. Your husband will have to take over his wife. So over my dead body, I can't share my husband with anybody. The insult coming for you, you are not ready for it. Number 4, a man was allowed to marry as many wives as he wants. On the following reason. A man is allowed to marry as many wives as he wants. For the following reason. This is our guideline to marriage. If I begin to mention name of men of God, women of God, very prosperous people in Biafra land and in Nigeria who don't have children, they no feel born pekin. You go marvel. You go marvel. Some of them they do miracle. They even give people pekin, but they no get. But we no go question God. Our ancestors have principle to checkmate all these things. You go and adopt a child. No matter what you do, that adopted child is not your child. It's not your blood. It's not your blood. You can only pray that the children you adopted come from a blood lineage of people who are not cursed. Don't you know some people are cursed? Have you not read the family of Naaman? Have you not read about the family of Achan? Curse was placed upon them. Every leper was to come from the family of Naaman. Curse was placed upon the family of Achan. What if you go marry Achan's daughter? You will suffer for something you know nothing about. What if you go adopt somebody from the family of Naaman? I mean Gehazi, the one who want prize for godliness. You will be having leprosy. In those days, our ancestors used to tell us, there are sicknesses you carry. They will ask you, if you go no worry, I want to. And the Bible says, the sickness of the disease I will not bring in your home. Today we are suffering from all of them. Their name is so horrible that it can give you typhoid fever. Kwarekwata. Kwarekwata. Now don't hear them. Kwarekwata. Sweetie. Gono kako. Goro rariro. Goro sumpe. Goro this one. These diseases are not there in our land. But because we start mixing our blood with them, all of them are here. Go to the north and study them very well. Those in the north of Nigeria, study them very well. I have many of them working with me before. One of them will stay like this. Maggot will start coming from his eye. Every day his eyeball will be sinking inside. Sinking inside. Different disease are unbelievable. You go and mix that one with your blood and destroy your blood lineage. Where we call Sato. God said, this disease will not come among you. But not when you invite them. He who break the edge, him the serpent will bite. So when we say go back to your root, go and find out what they did. Find out why they do those things. We will stop doing some things we are doing. If they did not ban church now, you would have been seeing miracle of people receiving healing from coronavirus. In fact, where all these idiots who want to depopulate the world made mistake is when they close church. Because church would have helped promote their advancement. Because church will say, don't be afraid, go back about your normal business. The Lord is healing people. They will arrange people. After all, they are raising dead body. And the dead body is chopping fried rice. So Bill Gates and China, next time you want to release virus, don't close church down again. Now they will not fall on our hand in the ara. A man was allowed to marry 2 wives on the following conditions. Number 1, when the wife is disrespectful. When your wife is disrespectful, our culture and tradition say, go and marry another wife. The Bible says it is better to live on the end of the earth. It is better to live at the corner of the ceiling than to live with a nagging wife. A man goes out, work from morning to night like Jackie, and he come back at home, and he now have a wife that have a razor blade mouth. Oh boy, wahala dey. Our ancestors say when your wife is disrespectful, you marry another wife. You know no say na who marry 2 wives, now they separate fight. You marry second wife, that time fight start. Mama Nkechi, you don't start to. Mama Roslyn, you don't start to. The moment you make an 3 or 4, there is peace in your house. You will know Jesus is in that family. Now then go they plan for you. Make una come, our husband don't go work. What we go do on today? They go they team up for you. You go see love. As you enter house, 4 wives go beat only you. Beat you. One na to beat you. The other one na to press you hot water. The other one go rob you a boniki. The other one go pamper you to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, you go no say woman get respect. But what am I saying in effect? A woman is not supposed to disrespect a man. Never. Irrespective of anything. Never. But today we have career woman. Why won't you have career son? And career husband? Our ancestors did it. Because women have a lot. In fact, women are the owner of the house. Women are the owner of the house, not the man. The only link remaining that is bounding Biafra together, it is that has not been tempered with, is the link we have from our mother. Every secret of us as a people is in the hand of our women. Yoruba know this. Hausa know this. That is why they are taking our sisters to do experiment. But they don't give us their own. You go marry a Yoruba woman as Igbo man. What thing you want eat cook for you? You go drink palm oil, you go see something. You go drink palm oil and chop pepper, your eye go see something. Look at Buhari is using toothpick. You think say a Yoruba woman cook that uncle before for him? Tomorrow somebody goes, oh, Buhari marry my sister. Oh. No, let me talk to you. So women are supposed to respect their husband. Like what I said FFKC. If Bianca had respect for the husband, he wouldn't even near any man. He will live by the principle of the husband the rest of her life. No matter how much Nigeria want to frustrate her. Today, many people don't even know who is Bianca. Number 2. When the wife is found to be unfaithful, some married women, they Facebook, they look for husband. Married women, they chat small boys. Their husband do. In those days, when a man discovered it, in my own culture, if you know your wife is going out, is not faithful to you, my tradition says stop eating her food. If you eat her food, you will die mysteriously. 2 things will happen. When you notice in your family, if you are from Abo, first son die. Then after some time, second son die. Then you know your wife is not faithful. The moment you know, stop eating her food. If she continue doing it in your house, she will run mad. But the moment you know your wife is unfaithful, and you still continue eating her food, you, the man, will die mysteriously. So since you are a man, you notice your wife is not faithful, maybe you have not evidence against her, or you don't want to pursue her, you marry another wife. Or maybe because of the children, you choose to forgive her. Culture say marry another wife, because you will kill yourself. Number 3, when the wife is found to be, number 3, when the wife is barren. Some women are barren. Sarah was barren. She even gave the housemaid to the husband before God opened her womb. So when husband and wife get married and they discover they cannot have children together, you never know what is wrong. I have my auntie who got married, and the marriage lasted for 28 years. They didn't have a child. And they were a wonderful couple. As a child, most of the time I spend in their home because they don't have child. So they will come to my mother that have a poultry farm and pick some of us. And I was their favorite. They loved me. And so I will be with them most of the time, most especially during holiday. I never had them quarrel. I've never had them complain. They were the best couple I have met in my life. They were prospering. And then when I was of age, both of them were old. The man should be around 58 years and the woman very close to that same age. They said, let them go and try. I don't know how they come to the conclusion. So they separated peacefully. The house they were living as husband and wife, the man packed out and moved to the other side of Abo. In fact, the woman is living in Azowa and the man packed to Azoabo. The woman start having boyfriend. The man start having girlfriend. After 1 year, my sister took in. She didn't know she was pregnant. Every day she was crying that she have appendix. She have appendix. She have appendix. Till when labor started, they rushed her to the hospital. She now delivered a boy. We call that boy appendix. At the age of around 54, 56. The same thing, the man with the new woman he went to marry, have children. Now, I can't explain it. Something was actually wrong. But the bottom line is that when they separated, they both have children. These are when there is case of barrenness. The man is expected to marry. Then the next reason why you are allowed to marry more than one wife is when you are the only son. I just lost my brother. The only thing that is, the only area I remember and I feel bad is because his lineage has been cut off. He's not yet married. He don't have a child. And he's gone. But imagine if he was the only son of my father. Not only has his lineage gone, my father's lineage is gone. Have you ever wondered why your mother and your father, when they are asking you to give them grandson, you think they are going to eat your grandson? They know what they are trying to protect. Ada, when are you giving me my grandson? Ikechuku, when are you giving me my grandson? Give me my grandson, oh. I want to see my grandchildren, oh. They know what they are doing. Because they don't want the lineage to be cut off. The next reason is when tradition and culture demand that it happen. Sometimes culture and tradition will demand it. And so most of all these areas I have mentioned was what introduced polygamy into our family setting. But it is expected we understand what they represent. That is why our people, our fathers, were able to speak with one voice. That is why, irrespective of the difference in our language, they still understand that they are one people. But today, go and look at the people who create division among Biafra. You will see that there is something wrong with their blood. Because you go to maternal home, then give you another story. You come to paternal home, then give you another story. So where do your loyalty lies? And so what I'm trying to tell you in effect is that according to our tradition and culture, there are stipulated principles on how a family is formed. As this will remove so many shame and turbulence time that the future holds. There are many families you see today. There is no problem. There are a lot of activities that take place in the family. We shall look into them in the course of this study. And some of you don't understand why they do it. In those days, for instance, as a child, they pour rice on a train, very white train, all of us go random. But if you do it today, they say, no, it's not hygienic, it's not hygienic. It's not about hygienic or no hygienic. It is about Holy Communion. When they say family that prays together, stay together. A family that eat the same food inside the same place, stay together. I'll be back in a minute.
Don Prince Victor, Ibowe Mado, Anya Begun, Biafra Deje, no, Obia, Hije, freedom, na, ekene chifu nna ndị Kanu odogwu ga-adịrị mma onye eze na ọdụworo gị mma ọkwa ndị solo gili n'ụwa akọrọ gị ogili lacha ọkwa osisi bolo tolo na-emesegolo ma kwere ọkwa anyị ma n'ọnọdụ ugo ọdụrụ na-egbe mma ọkwa okoko onye arụ a na-achụ anya ọsọ otu ekwensị eliko nni ọ ga-ejikwe n'ogologo ngaji dike kani ka ibu na London dike kani ka ibu na Israel dike kani ka ibu na Russia dike kani ka ibu na India dike kani ka ibu na Biafra Nnamdi Kanu dike kani ka ibu na Biafra nzọgbu enyi mba enyi nzọgbu enyi mba enyi anyị ga-azọgbu ndị ilo enyi mba enyi nzọgbu enyi mba enyi ụmụ Igbo niile dekene Igbo nwe mmadụ anasago onwe mmadụ nnọọ ewo ọ dịworo anyị Igbo nwe mmadụ anasago onye wele kesi zanyere osisi ale onye wele nke chukwu nyenu chukwu okike obiọma onye give God what belongs to him and give Caesar what belongs to him as we seek for peace and humanity is not at all profanity. There are once people is killing each other. I wonder why my brother who be a fire children are forgetting a better
Yes, of course, we must continue. Having said that, the truth is bitter, but we must continue saying it. Not until you go to the head of an animal, you will not see the eye. We have numerous problems confronting us as a people. And the more we pet issues, the more we become so comfortable without every nonsense happening to us. It is not allowed. It will not be tolerated. It's just a matter of time. You will understand. Of course, the pair of light is not in our hand. At this moment, our lines are open. And of course, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, you are free to call, challenge what I have said. And those of you who don't like what I said, just call, talk to me, let me reposition you. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. The last time our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female 081-288-58614. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Just a minute. I beg your pardon. Caller on WhatsApp, just hold on a minute. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening from you.
Good evening. Okay. My name is Mazimbam. I'm calling you from Navy. So, what you are saying this evening, and let me explain where I'm from. Ebonyi State, is Z from Igbago precisely. In Z and in the Igbago, in our village, all you have told us this evening is exactly what we are doing in our land. Exactly, nothing different. So, for that, I'm very much appreciating to show us that we are all the same thing, and the culture of all in the Igbo land are the same. The culture in Biafra land are the same. Nothing is difference. That is all I want to explain to our fellow Biafrans, so that they will know where they come from. It's very important. So our culture is the same thing. Nothing. Bible says that we cannot remove it. We cannot add. So it's the same thing. The same thing. So I appreciate you very much. Very, very much.
My brother.
All you have.
The truth is yes. Thank you. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
This is female line. Please, no males should call the female line. Let's give them that regard. But having said that, the truth is simple. When there is problem in the family, it is easy to find out if the family is actually one. If the family is one, you will get the truth. Caller, WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, George Nyibe. Long time. I've been worried for some time now. I'm not been hearing from you. I don't know what happened. Thank you for your good work. Thank you for your good work. I also have a leader, Nadikano and Ushemifo. My name is Joseph Ovie from Delta State, your brother from Delta State. I'm very happy to hear your voice tonight. Thank you. Our prayer, we are.
Unfortunately, that is Zoo Epileptic Network. But what do? You try and call back if you can. Our people must understand there is need for us to sanitize our home. Can you hear me? Caller on the line.
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. George Onibe.
Go ahead and stop listening to your radio.
Okay. I appreciate you for your handwork. My name is Eric Chinedu. I'm from Abahada State. So, what I'm trying to say, I appreciate your handwork. Biafra must be restored, and nobody can hold our freedom. So, in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, we will see our freedom. So, I thank you for your handwork and thank our God's Father, Mazi Nnamdi Ukukaro. So, I thank for Uche Mefo and other our coordinators. So, I thank you. God bless you for your handwork.
Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue. Biafrans across the globe must understand. They say charity begins at home. There are a lot of things that we are missing out. We don't understand how they function. The sources of the sources enjoyed by our people. It's not just a matter of God blessing upon our generation, our breed and kind, but it's also as a result of the preparation by our ancestors. They did a lot of things to make sure that blessing come. Somebody gave me a definition of good luck. He said good luck is preparation meet opportunity. Preparation meet opportunity. That is the meaning of good luck. Nobody is actually good luck. Oh, we have good luck. No. It is when you are prepared and the opportunity comes. People will say, oh, the boy is lucky, he has good luck. No, if you are not prepared, nothing like good luck. You must be prepared for that blessing. In those days, there is a way we are trained. Because the principle that governs a home is in place. For instance, as a child, when you start primary school, they will begin to monitor you. Whether you are intelligent enough, whether you can follow up, they begin to monitor you. And when they get to a particular stage, your parents will call you, like in my home. As the first son, they called me at that stage and say, you are not doing well in school. What is the problem? Is it because you don't want to go to school? Ordinarily, at that stage, I don't want to go to school. But I dare not say those words. So I say, yes, I want to go to school. But I thank God he did help me out. They got to one of my brother. They say, you are not doing fine in school. You don't want to go to school. What's the problem? He said, Mommy, Daddy, let me tell you people the truth. Oh. I don't want to go to school. Oh. My brain, nothing enter. Oh. They say, okay, what do you want to do? He said, I want to learn mechanic. And my parents say, in that case, you must learn how to read and write. Eh? So when you can read and write, then you can go and learn mechanic. And the moment he could read and write, there was no need for mechanic. Because he knew he can graduate and still come and learn mechanic. But today, parents are the one now deciding what their children. In fact, even before they have one, they have given them profession. First son, doctor. Second son, lawyer. Third son, engineer. Fourth one, fine job. You never know whether they are meant to be native doctor. You don't choose engineer for them. And so when he come out, he would have been a lawyer. You are forcing the child to become doctor. These things you think it doesn't matter. But believe me, they matter. They play so many vital roles in our life. You have no idea. You have no idea. And so everything we are doing, they say charity begins at home. Whatever you give out is what you have. Whatever you are giving out is what you have. Whatever you represent is what you have. And so our people must make sure, the new generation of Biafrans must make sure our families are protected. Caller on the line. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. 3 white men.
Go ahead.
People, I want to read you about this marriage. Like in our fathers in all these days, you will see a woman will give birth and you will see a man who will say that he married that your child. And when the child will be growing, when the child will grow, that we find out that the man that he said that he is going to marry his daughter is the parents will be working for the parents also because of that girl that he said that he will marry. When the girl grows now, and he found out the man is older than the age of that, can he continue to marry that person on that issue? I'm asking.
Now, understand.
Hello?
Yes, our ancestors. Go ahead.
Like in the papa. Mama Moriki we give birth a baby girl. So that thing are for the papa and the young how to have and then more than a total small. Let's only not could share, not could share not another one. No one sentence, enough for the man about the na age. Nothing, that person continue on that marriage. Because I've seen many people have got into that marriage.
Now
All of them break
let
up.
me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth.
Let me finish this one again. He said that he's a man of 90 years and he married a woman of 36 years. Can that lady stay like that? Nobody will be servicing that lady. I'm asking.
Now, the two questions you
Can
asked,
that lady stay like that?
let me respond to you and lower your radio set or move away from there. Now, the two questions you ask are different questions. Number one, when a girl is born in a family, according to my tradition, an elderly man from within the community will come and say, I am marrying this girl. The man is not going to marry the girl, but this very marriage creates an atmosphere that helps the girl to grow in a very chaste environment. So that time we were small, or that time when we small, we go come see our age mates. We go one go play with them as a boy and a girl. Then our elderly person go see us, like elderly mama. He go say, that man na Chijoke wife. That man na Chijoke wife. Now, as we dey look the girl again, we no go pursue him again. There was no fornication. Because that small girl you be one pursue will be your mate, one papa don't marry him. That was what it was actually meant for. But according to tradition, when the girl is of age, they will meet the man and say, our daughter is about to get married. Is any of your son interested? Not that man. Not that man. That man, he just put money for on top. He never marry him. But now he be the caretaker. Then the man will now ask the children, any of you like that girl? They say yes. It becomes almost, that is when they say family arranged marriage. But when the man children say none of them like the girl, the man then can say, your daughter can marry to another place. In my own place, those old men, they don't allow them to marry those girls. But they become the caretaker of the girl. They even take some of those girls. That is how our girls' daughter were being protected. That is one. On the other hand, the elderly person, like my Oga I said, went to marry a young lady to take care of his father. They know that their father will not last more than 2 years again. And in that 2 years, he's dead. So the person that is coming to marry that old man is not coming to do anything. It's just a matter of contract. These 2 years, you just take care of our father. So anything you want to do. Have you not heard about Virgin Mary? Konyena service Virgin Mary. So if you cannot take it that 2 years, then don't come. It's not by force. They will tell you. If you cannot stay 5 years without a man, then don't come. It's as simple as that. They are paying you money to take care of their husband. I mean their father. For them to have absolute control on you, you become their wife. So you will leave the old man and go and meet boyfriend. And before you come, the old man will fall from chair and die. And they will still pay you.
Okay, what of the married man cannot service woman?
You are not married. But are you listening to me? Are they marrying to make love? They are not marrying to have children. They are not marrying to produce family. The marriage is for you to take care of the man. What is it there that you don't understand? But they don't want you to become Wakajube and leave their father. They want you, if it's 2 years, the man will last. They want you to take good care of him for that 2 years. They don't want the man to be hungry. They want somebody to bath the man. So 2 years you will stay with the man. The man is not even going to touch you because he's old man. Read your Bible. The Bible said that David did not touch the last wife he married till he died. He's old. It's old. It's in your Bible. David's last wife. So that marriage is not for women that want to work out. No. It's like you don't understand what it signifies.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, as a woman now, let me ask you, hold on. As a woman now, are you telling me you cannot stay 2 years without your husband?
You say?
Can you stay 2 years without your
Come
husband?
again.
Can you stay 2 years without knowing a man where your husband is not around?
I can say now.
So why would somebody not understanding that, like 2 years now, you will not touch anybody, just focus on my father?
Because depending on the type of the woman,
that is why now hold on.
Different.
Hold on, let me tell you, I have high respect for women because the way they project us is not the way we are. Why did I say so? One day I was driving by a church and they had women program. And in the women program, they have just closed. So many of the women on the road, I stopped because I was carrying a big vehicle, Mitsubishi bus, and I decided to pick some of them. And when they entered, I was helping them actually. When they entered, they were discussing. One woman there said, "Now wow, if they tell me say virgin still did this Nigeria, I no go gree o." Then they now start gossiping. We now saw one. They say, see this one, see tight jeans when he wear. You no go believe saying a virgin. And so I listened to what they were saying. The pastor, the woman or the prophetess that organized the prayer said he want to bless the virgin there. That there are a lot of virgin here. Things is not easy for them. That there are so many. The woman started pointing them out. Some of them be like Ashawo, but it will shock you they are all virgin. You do not think everybody is wayward. No. They say mechanic no let us know madman. We have our women that you see, they can wear pingy and wear anything because of the trending fashion. But I tell you, they have not known man. So forget about the few one you are seeing jumping up and down. You think all our women are like that? No. We have honorable women.
No, there is a woman that very decent.
Understand that like as I am now, I want to marry. I will use both telescope and microscope. I will investigate you spiritual to physical. I can't make mistake now. I will shine my eye very well. I must know what I'm going into.
Because
so now me you go come deceive.
It's
not a matter of man of God. I get sense. I go tell my girl, I go escort and go. Good night, baby. I go follow and go watch and make her know where they go after good night. I go monitor and well. So even though you're a bad person, you go become born again by force. I don't expect to marry an angel, but it is my duty to direct them. Let's live normal way.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So if you want your father to die because you cannot see sincere girl, it's left for you. But I'm telling you, the purpose is not because they want to marry for their husband. And it's not because they want to tie you down. Now, hold on. Hold on. Because of people listening to us. Do you know that most of our brothers who are married to Igbo are marrying because of document? And do you know because of this? Hold on. Do you know because of this document marriage, some of them are trapped. They cannot marry the woman they promised marriage at home before they travel.
Yeah.
So who is to be blamed there? Go ahead with your question.
So another thing I want to is it good for a man to know to meet the woman that he wants to marry before he gets married? Or the wife. They came on here before.
Now, I don't like to pretend. A lot of men.
Sir?
I say I don't like to pretend. I face the truth.
Yeah.
A lot of men during courtship has fallen into the temptation. And if at the end of the day they get married, are you going to say they are sinner? Now, the man that sleep with the girlfriend and then some years later married the girlfriend, and the one that sleep with the girlfriend and later on they didn't marry the girl, who is the righteous person there? Who is the righteous person? Let me tell you, I dated my wife for 11 years. My wife, now my girlfriend. I say my wife, now my girlfriend for 11 years. And after 11 years, I come born again. I come born again. As I born again, enter church, I begin to see yoli girls. And the church don't they tell me, say, oh, thing has passed away, the Lord have delivered you. My wife was good to me. And I say, okay, no problem. I will go and marry my wife in the world. They say, no, there is no relationship with Muhammad and Jesus Christ. Move ahead with all these yoli Christians. That is 2 years later. I told my bishop, I said, see my wife, I know her in the sin, and I want to drag her along to heaven. This is the woman I want to marry. I get church banker, oil worker, all of them, they there. Oh, you are born again now. Look for born again sister. And some of them, if I marry them, my life will be better than what it is today. But I hold on to my heart. Because I understand that when a woman embraces me, I must consider first of all, if she embraces my crown or my heart. So those are not be question. Whatever happened between them in the course of relationship, I will not judge them. So if I come out and say it's wrong. If you ask your question, make it fast. If not, you can still bring it back in the next session. But let us say the truth.
Because I'm just telling you the truth.
You just give me. Hold on.
I'm not pretending.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to the people listening to us. Some people will say, no, you can you marry?
With my husband,
you are not listening to me.
Call himself,
you are not listening. You are not understanding. The point I'm bringing, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to our audience. If you ask now, is it good to sleep with somebody you have not married? And now we now jump up and say, no, you cannot do that too. And now I told you, I have friend my wife for 11 years. That 11 years, you think we were killing mosquito?
Yeah.
But I went and married her. And God will say, oh, she was your sinner girlfriend. I don't love you. No. Yeah. I will not judge anybody for that. As you keep your mouth, so you will lie on it. We will come out now. We want to say good. According to chapter 1 of verse 12, don't do that. Do you know how many pastors sleeping with a choir mistress? Do you know how many imam in the mosque sleeping with man to man? And then these things, you can't control them. Some of them, you don't have control over it.
Down here, I'm saying to this husband and wife, they didn't know each other. After that marriage, you find out that the man don't know how to make love, to satisfy her wife. This thing is bringing problem in the house.
Then let the woman teach the man. My sister, let the woman. Hold on. Just cut it short. Let the woman teach the man. Your question is simple. Let the woman teach the man. Both of them are one now. Let the woman teach the man. As the man knows, I'll be making teach him. So wait, okay, let her run away now. Let her run away. Let her go and start moving around prostituting. If that is what you want to hear. My sister, I have told you, the truth you told me is simple. And I say, tell the person to teach his husband. So if you cannot, tell the woman to teach his husband. If he's not ready to teach his husband, that she want to be prostituting, let her go. If it's not a man any longer, that means they have a problem. They should visit a doctor. They should visit a doctor. These are issues. They can help themselves. But these are not the area I'm focusing in this study. It's just, let's see, I see it as a distraction. But I just needed to respond to it. All those things don't make sense. You marry a man, and let's say the man have accident and has injury that affect his man organ. What do? You just abandon him. Help him. Help him. The rest one is left for both of you. We must learn to understand where we are focusing. I'm not talking about every question you have asked is just about self-gratification, satisfying oneself. I'm talking about the future of a family. You come marry a man. The man say, no, I don't want us to meet until we get married. Then I can't get married. On the eve of marriage, you discover the man don't even have manhood. Enter the next keke na pepe and leave the man. Why would he lie to you? But when both of you marry, things are okay, and he notices he's having problem, help him out. Well, having said that, like I said, that was a distraction. The target was simple. We need to guide our home. We need to bring up principles that will help us see family as family. Caller on the line. Good evening from here. Yes, this line is for female, please.
I am female. Good evening, sir.
Agowai, good evening. Go ahead, please.
My name is Ogochukwu, calling from Aba.
Go ahead.
Woman leader of all this place private. Mazi, I want to thank you for good work you have done for us. I want to thank our leader, Mazi Nandekan. Thank our deputy listener, and also thank my coordinator, Kechukwu Nyama. And you, Mazi Onibe, thank you for the you are giving for us. Concerning this, back to our root for this marriage. For our side, the way we do it, a man marry the wife, and that wife come born girl for their family. No men are there. Our village or the family we decided to ask their daughter if anyone are willing to pay for their family and give a man child for that family, so that the father will not marry another wife for that family. They will agree. Then another one person for that family will stay and marry, and they give back for that family. Maybe if you get like two boys, you can marry for another person for marry you. Or if you like, you stay for that family. Another one is this: if maybe you marry, the woman is married, not give any child for that man. The woman will go for another village or another town to go marry for her husband, marry another wife for her husband. Because this her husband, maybe that woman is there for that family. So that's why I'm asking: is it right for a woman to go marry wife for his husband because he not give any child for their husband?
According to our tradition, that is even the most honorable way to build a polygamous home, which was what our ancestors practiced. There were times in the life of my parents, and my mother feel that she need a rest, and my father is not tired. It was my mother that even instructed my father and say, instead of you to walk around, go and marry a wife and bring her home. I was there. My mother was telling my father. Though at that time my father did not do it. And I think it did solve a problem for them. So it is part of our culture. And it was Sarah who gave the housemaid to Abraham. God never condemned the action. In fact, Jacob married 4 wives. Only 2 were lawfully wedded, Rachel and Leah. The other 2 wives were the housemaid of Rachel and Leah. And they 4 of them gave birth to the 12th tribe of Israel. None of them was underrated. You are a slave son. Or you don't even know who is slave son or who is wedded wife's son. God never condemned any of them. He judged them according to the principle that guided them in their lifetime. Not by whether your mother is slave, second wife, or first wife. That is our culture. I hope it's clear on that angle.
Yes, another one is this man. There's a one man. The man come born children, but born boy. He can't live with his daughter. But they same boy. And they can't do traditional marriage for that his daughter, for that family. And that daughter there, born children, born men, born there. And he never married again because the father do traditional marriage on her head for that their family because he leave that girl for her to born male for their father. So that one is confusing me.
Now, that is where some of the area we are having problem. For instance, in Biafra land. there is a culture we our ancestors practice. Is part of what is bringing problem for us. You see that culture prevalent like in River State. A daughter, one of the daughter will be asked not to be married out. They will tell the daughter, stay in your father's house and have children for your father. And so they will go out and have children. They will get pregnant. They don't even care who the father is. They will bring that child home. That child becomes their father's child. And the woman is not allowed to marry outside. And now let's assume the girl go and bring our child. And he put it. It's the father's child. It's our culture. He has equal rights with even the legitimate son. Because a certain agreement makes those girls' daughter to be legitimate. And then another one will go, bring the children from different father. Because the man don't have a son. And at the end of the day, inside one house, you have Yoruba blood, Hausa blood, Fulani blood, Boko Haram blood, Miati Allah blood. All the whole blood inside one room. And none of them is loyal to the man. Because the semen of the woman didn't make those children. It is that of the man. And so the man cannot lay claim that those children are his blood. At that time, there is problem with our tradition. I mean, our family. Of course, we will look into that aspect as we proceed. We do it. I said where that practice is prevalent. River State. You will see a big grown-up woman is in the father's house. They say they born for him father. Him father say make him no marry. It's part of our culture. But if those families are not properly taken care of, now then they use, they destroy community. Most of them. Now then use, they cause community crisis.
Some village will say that child is taboo. It's not good for you to stay in your father's house. And but even if the man is not, he said the man will go adopt. He said the daughter will stay in their house and born. He said taboo.
That is what I'm saying.
They don't have any fear for their family.
Some of our culture permits it. But I think there are principles that are supposed to be put in place before such is done. And when such principles are not put in place, that family is heading for a serious crisis. They are heading for a problem. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. May God bless you. May people bless you.
And bless you too, my sister. And our people must understand, like our sister that asks several questions, very sensitive questions. Honestly, what she's saying is the right thing. But if we have faith in one another, if we are sincere to one another, believe me, everything that we are struggling with, it will be fine. There will be no problem. And that is what we want our people to understand. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, my fellow Biafrans all over the world. My name is Joy Wobo. I'm calling from Cross River State Central, Biafra land. On this issue, I just want to make small contribution concerning what my sister just said now. In my own community where I came from, there's a way we do things because in Biafra land or in Igbo land, our tradition and custom differs. Like in those days, they told us that if those women that do go to farm for somebody, maybe somebody who they call Akajiako, that is a wealthy man that will have up to 5 or 6 wives, those laborers that do come to them to help them in farming work, if there is any grown-up son among the family, when the time reaches for this man to get married, is the mother of that son that will look for a wife for him. And in this decision, you don't question their decision for them. You do everything that they ask you to do. So the woman takes charge of those women that are coming for them to work for them in their farm. And at the end of it all, when the woman noted an industrious woman among those women that work for them, she will call the attention of this woman. Obodia, did you have a daughter that is a very hardworking like you? Because I've seen you since you have been coming to this place. I have seen you like somebody who works very hard. And the woman will answer yes. You will say that that woman will send this very laborer woman to go and bring that her daughter. The moment they bring that daughter to them, if this son in question that is due to marry is in Sokoto, is in abroad, is in Madagascar, anywhere that this son is, the woman, the parent calls for him to come down. And immediately he comes home, they introduce that girl to him. Chukwuemeka, this is the wife that I have chosen for you to marry. And he is not going to question them. He will accept that wife wholeheartedly, and they will perform the traditional rites while Chukwuemeka takes that girl back to wherever that he is. He never seen the girl before. The girl never know whether the Chukwuemeka will service her very well or not. He takes that girl as his wife wholeheartedly and takes him back to where he is residing. And at the end of the day, you see that this family, they are going to live in peace and harmony without having problem. And the man in question can never for one day tell the wife that you are my mother's wife. I never choose you. No. It becomes so dear to him because this wife was chosen to him by the parents and of course the mother. So that is how it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful insight. Our people must understand. My target on this series is to make us understand that every decision we make regarding family have either negative or positive effect on our people and the generation of our people. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Of course, we lost that caller. It is very important. Like what our sister just said. Some marriage were actually formed. The union were created because of some special ability in the life of the other family. The colonial masters know this during the slave trade era. They even have to make some son to pregnant their mother. When they saw family that give birth to strong children, Oyibo terrorist slave masters will crossbreed a mother and a son to have the same strong distance for their own evil and selfish gain. Are you there, caller on the line? Good evening from here, go on.
I'm making Chukwu for your coming back because we miss you a lot. We miss your messages. We miss everything in that question. First of all, from the that person that posted, because yesterday I opened, my friend opened, I said that breaking news, they was arrested, this and that. I said, full moon. That person and his family, they are arrested forever, both spiritually and physically. So I called your line so that to find out that today, asking today matter. But when I'm full moon, that person they enter problem. They don't like good things, and good things can never come their way. Mazi, your topic today all the very fantastic. So these are the things that have been causing problems today. Because Christianity has done damages in our life. They tell you the truth. Somebody, person married, they married for 20-something years without issue, and they're not separated. Before you know,
as I'm talking to you, both of them have grown-up children, and they are old. In fact, my sister's son, his name is Appendix.
So the same thing happened in our place. But today, I just say, no, what God has joined together, why can't we separate? Imagine it happen. If you try your best, it did not happen. Now, all of these people that they continue saying, no, I love you and you love me, they will stay childless. And the Chukwuoke said that there is no barren woman in his house. Then it's in a message Chukwuoke now that the man is not a liar. I know one man, in fact, I work with the man, I work for him in Abuja. It's my director. And you know, they on 16 years, we are 15 years, up to today, had me adopt. Then we do only get blame. Then can't you go and marry for that man? Or do you know you only marry what is happening? You cause that problem, you settle it. But Christianity will told you that if you do that, and pastor, the pastors, they cannot do that. But they will encourage you to remain childless, to go and adopt somebody's child. You know when you're money. You cause a problem in the house. And these are the things our forefathers, they avoided. They never if your wife in the family that if your son go and find out because sometimes women will go out, go and more than one side, you will not know because of why but at the end of the day, problem between as a family. So these are the things we need to go back to your root, not only about moral, not moral. Go back to your root, and we must do that before we stand ourselves. Because even if our national Ethiopia, we have a lot of work to do in our people's life because already like concussion, with bleach. That even in the could not to hear. If we can outside the Ghana figuring out and there, what as one will be given a cause a problem in the house. Maybe you and your wife, you have to go yoshi, you have to go yoshi. Then Guinea is one more yoshi. Then when I mix blood. Any land they could be a problem in our land. But the problem that our women cause for us. If that we live here, only I was a big move. Dirty envy. You don't remember the young mother again. Okay, they are the one to Mangama. They are the first person because of who the same blood with you. Then I join, they don't hate themselves, they hate themselves, they don't love themselves. How can't we love ourselves? Because of Igalaga, Kagada here at Ali today. Some people say, don't mind them anyway, I honor your love them, no problem. All about us are going mine. Because I get able to screaming. Because they make it like that. Sometimes I refer them in the Bible. Nehemiah said, God, we are angry with them. Yeah, because that's that now. They on the meeting, yes, we got more, otherwise my anger will log arise 10%. And this is what they did. And that was in Israel problem. Because maybe I give Israel, Kabanchan, problem got it. Maybe near the Korean hatred, what the father did, love being woman, we will have sent them mad. So, Margie, you will live long. You will live to see Biafra land. Nothing shall ever happen to you. As I pray today, as I do my new full moon rituals, I put you in prayer. Nothing shall ever happen to you and your family. You
see. Thank you very much. And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this segment. Our people must understand the truth cannot be overemphasized. When you sit in the midst of your friend to discuss about the issue of Biafra, watch them. They are supposed to be Biafrans. But you will see them saying, no, this Biafra, no, forget about Biafra. Biafra cannot come, this and that and that. Watch them very closely. You will see something is wrong. You see some people, they don't even know what is Biafra. The moment you talk Biafra, they are on fire already. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Sir. This is Uche talking from Okan. What I want to contribute there is this. several cases like this. I have seen it. I remember one man that came to my spiritual father one time ago. They were married for 15 years, no child. And the Catholic doctrine permit them for adoption, but they did not permit them to go and marry. Then this very man now come for advice. My spiritual father's son. My spiritual father asked him, "Are you man enough?" He said yes, that he's man enough. He said, if you are man enough, go and marry. Nothing stops you from getting married. That doctrine is valid. So this man now hacking to the advice of that my spiritual father. What he did, he married, he go back to his home, to his village, and marry another woman. Find house another place for her. Today he's living happily with 4 children. The woman did birth. Whereby the problem of infertility was on the side of the first woman. So when the first woman find out now that the husband have gotten married, she went and report her to the church. The church now said that he should not come to church. They give him back seat. He decided to stop going to Catholic church and change to another place. But today he has children living happily. Then another one is this one I'm talking about now happens in my village. This is a man that has 5 daughters. He decided that the last daughter will not marry. There is a man coming for her hand in marriage. He called the man then, "My dear, this my daughter will not marry. This my daughter will replace me in this family." Lo and behold, the man started friending the lady, and they have children. For him getting into his own home and marry another woman, he couldn't have male child. Whereby, in this family now, the woman have three boys and 1 girl. He started coming for the children, that these are his children. And the tradition said he will not collect it because the father have permit the daughter to stay in his name. So people start talking about it, what the children did. We take you as a father. We help you, but we won't answer your name. So today they grow up reasonable people because the father knows the family that was coming to the daughter is not anyhow family. So they are living happily today. Even the boys grow up helping their father also. So that is my own contribution this night.
Thank you.
May the Almighty bless us all.
You see, and honestly, this is where we draw the curtain on this segment. Our people must understand. A well-organized family can achieve much. A well-organized family can achieve much. In those days, in the real culture of Igbo man, first son is like a debtor. If you see the way my parents and my younger ones hold me responsible for their upkeep, you would think my father gave me money. I'm grateful to God I was able to do what I have to do for all of them to leave me alone. See, concert will come. Bro, how far now? I won't do this. Oh. Bro, I no like you. Your papa, our papa no give me money to the share for now. Because I be first son, suffer go kill me. But the mindset is there already. The first son is like the way the father is not there, he carries the problem. But there is the truth I understand there. Every genuine father spend more time, more resources on the first son. The idea is so this first son can be equipped to guide the younger one in their absence. And when I understand this truth, it doesn't bother me what they do. My target is to make sure I do my best for them. And I can assure you, I was able to do that, and we have passed that stage. But when you have a family where these truths are not known, these truths are not spoken, these truths are not communicated, you see the family, one person will prosper. He will want others to remain poor, so they depend on him. That is why you see most of our politicians, as far as they can get second tenure, move from chairman to councillor, from councillor to senator, from senator to governor, from governor to House of Rep, from House of Rep to the vice president, because the highest they can aim is vice president. If they kill all of us, it doesn't mean. At least when they come to village, we'll be hailing them. Onyezi, we'll be hailing them. I know Timbu, be doing errand boys for them. But little did they know that the richest man in the poorest family eventually becomes the poorest man. For us to be able to work as one impenetrable unit, very coordinated, we must become one. I sign off from here, and of course I will be coming back shortly. Understand we are IPOB. Understand we are here to fight for Biafra restoration. And understand that you need to be part of this movement. Just see how you're going to fit in. This is a clarion call. Goodbye temporarily from here, and I'll be back in no time.
Do you know that since 1914 to date, up to 15 million Biafrans has been killed and massacred by the Islamic Republic of Nigeria? And do you know that Nigeria is a zoo, a creation of a white man, and it has aspired? We must fight to the end. I know the truth. Now we must win this battle. And no surrender. Yes, we be dying, now we be crying. That's for freedom all we need. To go Ike, Abiyama, come save us. Cause the children call on you. Therefore must to be free from bondage. Biafra must to be free from killings. Biafra must to be free from Nigeria. Biafra must to be free from slavery. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Let thy kingdom come on earth, O Biafra. The time is now, all you fight on you formidable soldiers. I can see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Victory is sure, no giving up, we are marching to the promised land. All you say no to one Nigeria. All you say no to pretend. All you say no to divide and rule. We say no to South. Listen, Nigeria, jaga, everything scatter. My people suffering and die, you so repents for my heart. Yoruba, Hausa, Boko Haram killing us. Every day we be dying like a slaves. Give me freedom, want to freedom. Wanna be free like the birds in the skies. Biafrans all over the world they cry. Now we calling, rescue us to go kick Abiyama. We must fight to the end. I know the truth. Now we must win this battle. And no surrender. Therefore must to be free from bondage. Therefore must to be free from Nigeria. It's time for revolution, for the land of the rising sun. It's time for revolution, for the nation of Biafra. It's time for revolution, for the land of the rising sun. It's time for revolution, for the nation of Biafra. We must fight to the end. I know the truth. Now we must win this battle. Nandekano, and God bless the land of Biafra. To my fellow Biafrans, it's Willie Yo. Do you know that since 1914 to date, up to 15 million Biafrans has been killed and massacred by the Islamic Republic of Nigeria? And do you know that Nigeria is a zoo, a creation of a white man, and it has expired? We must fight to the end and no retreat. Now we must win this battle and no surrender. Cause we be dying, now we be crying. That's for freedom all we need. To Bukike, Abiyama can save us. Cause the children call on you. Biafra must to be free from bondage. Biafra must to be free from killings. Biafra must to be free from Nigeria. Biafra must to be free from slavery. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. May thy kingdom come on earth, O Biafra. The time is now, I fight on you formidable soldiers. I can see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Victory is sure, no giving up, we are marching to the promised land. Oh, you say no to one Nigeria. Oh, you say no to pretend. Oh, you say no to divide and rule. We say no to South. Listen, Nigeria, jaga, everything's scatter. My people.
anya rie m ọnụ anụrụ m ọnụ nke na-asị dabere Jehova ga-enyere anyị aka dabere Chukwu Jehova ga-enye aka guzoro ọnọdụ anyị chọrọ inye aka n'ezie Chineke nna inye aka nke si n'eluigwe bịa ọ bụ inye aka gị ga-anapụta anyị n'ọnọdụ anyị nwetara onwe anyị n'ime Naịjirịa taa ndị na-enweghị karịrị ndị nwere na ọ bụghị mmadụ niile na-ezu ohi ọ bụ ọnọdụ a ka Izrel nọ mgbe Hosea na-ebu amụma mgbe mmadụ na-enweghị ike ịrapịọm beresọ maọbụ onye ụgha maọbụ onye ohi ndị ọrụ na-arụ ọrụ anaghị akwụ ụgwọ Chineke mere anyị ebere ọnọdụ anyị taa o juru m anya rie m ọnụ ebe nwanne na-ere nwanne ya o nyere anyị aka anụrụ m ọnụ nke na-asị guzoro Chukwu dabere onye isi agha anụrụ m ọnụ nke na-asị guzoro Chukwu ọ dị ihe ọ na-apụghị ime ozi nwa m adala mba ka anụrụ m ọnụ na-asị ozi nwa m adala mba guzoro Chukwu Jehova bụ onye isi agha o mefuru onye ọdụ nkume n'obi ike gwụrụ adabere obi esi ike ube ndụ agbakwuru ezuru ike aṅụrụ aṅụrụ ndụ dabere Chukwu dabere onye isi agha ọnọdụ anyị taa o juru m anya rie m ọnụ ebe nwanne na-ere nwanne ya ụwa shiri ike dabere onye isi agha ụwa shiri achọpụtago m ihe ọtụ mmadụ ji aghọ sycophants na-enweghị aka ọrụ ọzọ na ịkọ asị ebe a na-achọ ịta ga-esi rapịọm ọtụ mmadụ wee ghọzie otu Igbo na-etiri ma ndị ohi ma ndị amam ka e wee rie Chineke mere ụmụ gị ebere nyere anyị aka eluigwe nyere anyị aka eluigwe nyere anyị aka ịpụrụ inye aka anụrụ m ọnụ nke na-asị guzoro Chukwu guzoro onye isi agha anụrụ m ọnụ nke na-asị dabere Chukwu ọ dị ihe ọ na-apụghị ime Father, hear my cry. Heavenly Father, hear my call. Don't let the naira win it all, Lord. Don't let the naira take it all. Our naira win China, I'm afraid. The downtrodden will suffer too much. They will be marginalized more and more. They can never win any case. They don't even have money enough to eat, let alone for litigations. Oh God, deliver your people. We are praying for equal justice and equal rights in this nation. The undoing of Nigeria is born to rule mentality. I am born to rule, you are born to serve. That idea must have come from hell, not from God. Born to rule mentality, dangerous. Now they kill Africa. It's so oh, it can be dangerous. Born to rule mentality, dangerous. It's very dangerous. To think it is funny. To believe it is a crime. That you are born to rule and another is born to serve. You won't make some people write a protest letter to God because of you. Born to rule mentality can be dangerous. It can be Banjuru mentality can be dangerous. Can be dangerous. Banjuru can be dangerous. Banjuru mentality is so dangerous. It's the cause of tribal war. It's so dangerous. Ethnic conflicts, tribal war is so dangerous. Now Banjuru mentality, it can be dangerous. Talk of equal rights, equal justice, equal chance. We are born with equal opportunities to end up unequal. That's right.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, wonderful men and women across the globe, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is still Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, His Royal Highness, Mazi Nnamdi Okukano, the King of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. And Abia State is Biafra land. For almost 60 years now, nobody has been able to stand up to speak for the collective interests of Biafran people until he came. He is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiam, I remain George Unibi. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, I will not proceed until I acknowledge the Creator. His name is Chukwu Kikabiama. He sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. And so in my humble way this evening, I say to him, Anye na jage mau nihi na imara mai ihunanya ene nage ubi omage ojuru anyanya dadio ingwe gimbanwe o di onye de ke ibu afa no omega anyị niile na-asị na nedemao ise. And of course, without wasting much of our time, we will go to our topic this evening, which is simply titled Four Most Important Facts about the Biafran Restoration Project. There are 4 things I want us to consider that has led to this project that IPOB has embarked on. 4 major things. Everybody must carry it at the back of their mind. Because if not, sometimes what we are doing will not have meaning. I am reaching you, of course, with every degree of certain things across the globe, from Biafra land. From Biafra land. And there is issue of coronavirus going on. They shared money among themselves, among the region. There is no one meant for Biafrans. I don't know if they give to the governors. I don't know. But the government in Biafra land, the government of Nigeria, did not make any provision for Biafrans. The Yoruba receive at least rotten rice. But they receive. They didn't even send the rotten rice for us. The Fulani and Hausa have their own share. One bag of rice, 40, 30,000, as the case may be. That is bad. They are saying they are doing lockdown. It is Fulani, Yoruba, and Hausa are the majority of police that are locking down our community. Can somebody tell me that the lockdown in Kano is Igbo man in the army that are locking Kano down? Is it Igbo man that is locking down Medugri, Sokoto, and the rest of them? Some things are not good. And the earlier we begin to say them the way it is, the better for all of us. There is lockdown everywhere. You see Fulani, Janja, weed idiot who cannot brush their teeth. All of them are with AK-47. They are the one chasing us inside. But in the north, there is nothing like social distancing of any kind. They don't even see the reason why they should lock them in. It is bad. We go to school, but we will not get employment. It is bad. They deliberately turn us against one another. It is bad. They make sure our land is not developed. It is bad. Bill Gates and China now are ready to poison Nigerians and reduce their population. Their target is Biafra land. It is bad. And of course, in the coming days, a lot of atrocity will be unleashed against us as a people. It is bad. But let me tell you what actually I want us to focus on this evening. This is the month of May. And on the 30th day of this month, which is approximately about 23 days or so from now, we will remember our fallen heroes and heroines. It is important we understand what happened to them. Just 4 things that happened to them. And then every Biafran, anywhere you are, begin to get ready. Because somebody will defend our land. Honestly, we don't want war. We are not calling for war. But they are going to bring this war to us. Because the more you drag Nigerian down to the mud, the more they are preparing for you. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. But we know that when that war will start, everybody have to choose their side. Ojukwu was here from 1960 till 1970 when he left. Ojukwu was here. Ojukwu saw his people being killed. Ojukwu saw his people being frustrated. Ojukwu saw the attack on his people. Ojukwu knew that they are going to kill us. And Ojukwu did what every noble man will do. You say, my people, come back home. They talked about restructure in Abuli Accord. It didn't work. They called for referendum. It didn't work. But don't forget that about 6 months before Ojukwu declared Biafra, Adakaburu have actually declared Niger Delta Republic, which means they all saw what was coming. Then let us look at Ken Saruwiwa promoting the Bill of Rights. All of them are pointing to one thing, that Nigeria is not for us. Adakaburu saw that the oil coming from Biafra land was used in developing the north. And for a reason best known to him, he dropped out of University of Nsukka, Enugu, came back home and formed Niger Delta Volunteer Force and declared the Republic of Niger Delta. For 12 days, he fought Nigeria. Why? Nigerians are stealing their oil and taking to Abuja and Lagos. And nothing is left for them. 2, all the oil well in his town and community belong to Nigeria. All of them. And he just don't know how they become the owners of the oil in his father's backyard. And he knew the only way is to break out of Nigeria. He was stopped. Somewhere along the line, he decided to make some move, which we may not all agree today. But he was killed in the process by Nigerian people. But I'm trying not to mention any name. I don't want to mention Yoruba. I don't want to mention Hausa Fulani. But I want you to use your tongue and count your teeth. Who is this Nigerian people? So who killed Adakaburu? Anonymous, Nigeria. So who is in Nigeria now? And so Adakaburu is gone. Even though he fought and was killed by the same Nigerian, he later thought that somewhere along the line there is a way we will do it. Nigeria will now allow us to go. He now supported them. They still killed him. We give it to Adekule, the Black Scorpion. He's in Nigeria. We give it to Obafemi Awolowo. We give it to Olusegun Obasanjo. They were the one that actually redoctrinated him. But we will come to that later. But today, does any Niger Delta man who any oil well? The answer is no. Because as far as Nigerians remain, you will not have access to anyone. Till today, are they using the oil resources in our Niger Delta to develop our Niger Delta? No way. According to their principle, they will not do such a thing. They can't allow you to develop. They will not allow you to have power, so you will not fight back. And so how many years on? What Adakaburu fought for, they never get it. And the situation is even worse. Number 2, Ojukwu moved on. Ojukwu said, no, we cannot be producing the resources of this nation and yet cannot develop our land. And yet they are killing our people indiscriminately. In fact, Ojukwu declaring Biafra was not about the resources, but it was about the indiscriminate killing of our people. I want you to understand the difference between the similarity between the three of them. Ojukwu said, no, you cannot be killing my people this way. It has to stop. They went to Aburi Accord to restructure Nigeria so that Nigerian police will not block the road. Nigerian army will not be terrorizing us. Nigerian judicial system will not be mesmerizing us. They told him, no, it is not possible. In order for Ojukwu to stop the killing of our people, he asked our people to come back home. And those who listened came back home. And those who refused to listen remained where they are. Nigeria discovered that majority of the Biafran people returned home. And so they followed us and said, you are not going anywhere. You people are my food. We are going to eat you. You are going to die as our slave. We are born to rule. And for 3 years and 6 months, they unleash mayhem. They attack our people. Millions were massacred. The greatest weapon at their disposal was starvation. And at the climax of the war, Ojukwu went into exile. And those who died Are we going to say they died for nothing? Because the same way Adakaburu declared Niger Delta Republic in order to control oil well and the resources coming from his land, he never received it. That is the same way Ojukwu fought to liberate his people from being killed indiscriminately. Ojukwu is dead. The beginning of killing has just started. I must remind you that since the end of the Biafran war to today, Nigeria state has killed more Biafrans, numbers that are equivalent to those who died in the war. So Ojukwu is dead. The killing didn't stop. Every day they are killing our people. Because some persons don't even understand what we are doing here. And then finally, after the war, Ken Saro-Wiwa discovered the degeneration of his land. There is nothing to show for all the oil coming. They are only destroying their farmland, destroying the source of their livelihood, the fishing, no drinking water. Most of you do not know that there is a chemical they have poured in the water within the river's axis. It is killing all the croaker fish in that water. And one whale, one shark was spotted to have been killed by the same poison. Nobody's talking about what is going on with River State water. But Ken Saro-Wiwa thought he could push on the Bill of Rights that enables them to lay certain claim to the finance that will make available certain basic life amenities. He moved on to campaign for it, to champion that cause. He didn't find justice in Nigerian court system. The same people he believed they would be fair to him, the same Nigerian people. He was accused forcefully, and after which he was sentenced to death by hanging. And after hanging him, they buried him in an unmarked grave. But before they could cover the grave, they poured acid on him. So that even in the nearby future, if you go there, you want to exhume the dead body or test the DNA, he's gone. You can never see him again. But Ogoni is still on the same position where they find themselves. All you hear is Ogoni clean up, Ogoni clean up, Ogoni clean up. More than 50 years on, Ogoni will not be cleaned up. Ken Saro-Wiwa is dead. Tonight, I want us to look at just 4 important aspects about this Biafra restoration project. Today, our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, is here. He's simply calling for referendum. Let us vote whether we will remain in Nigeria or not. People have died. I thank Elohim, he's still alive and he will remain alive, continue leading us until we get our promised land. One day he's going to make a decision. Our readiness on that day will decide whether we will be like Ojukwu. We will decide whether we will end up like Ken Saro-Wiwa. He shall decide whether we will end up like Adakaburu. And that is why every one of us must be very careful. Ojukwu have allies from the Nigerian side. He believed faithfully in them that they will do the right thing at the right time. But they were his graces. They were the greatest weapon of his undoing. I know till his death, he will not forgive himself. Adakaburu collaborated somewhere along the line with the Nigerian state, who were able to blackmail the Igbo man for him. He died. He didn't get what he had. Wherever he is now, he will be regretting his action. Ken Saro-Wiwa died the same way. And if they all have the privilege to live, there are a lot of mistakes they made that they will not make today. And then those of us alive must learn from there. There are 4 things that happen. Number 1, the Nigerian genocidal war was a horrible experience for the Biafrans. Very horrible. Those of you who are in the area where there is lockdown, those of you who are enjoying the coronavirus, this one you can still go and get something to buy. In my location where I am, there is no food, nothing to buy. Nothing. And then maybe it's going to last for 1 week or... And then I can only begin to imagine what men and women, young and old, went through for 3 years and 6 months. Or let's say approximately 3 years. It was horrible. There is a video online. It shows where a father is burying the son, hiding the son inside the sockaway pit to save him from the Nigerian army. The question is, who is this Nigeria? Our leader in his last broadcast, or one of the articles he wrote, he said after the war, the people were weak. Our women were raped. Majority of our women were raped. And they give birth to Nigerian children. And they are everywhere. I had access to a reverend father who was in Anambra State during the war. And from his encounter, he told me that in his Catholic church, there was an army lodge there, Nigerian Army Lodge. That was after the captured Anambra. He said to me that when they bring stockfish or rice, they always put salt inside them. And so as they pour the rice on the ground to share for the soldiers, there is always salt on the ground. He said to me one day he didn't know what was happening in those where Gowan, Nigerian people, let me not mention their name, Nigerian people, because of the Yoruba and the Hausa. He went there and watched what was happening. He said after they finished sharing the food, one woman came there and started packing the sand. This was during the war. And he went close to the woman and asked her, why are you packing the sand? The woman said that when he packed the sand, he gets home, she will pour the sand inside water and filter the water out from the sand. Then they can get the water tasting like salt for them to drink or cook food to reduce the level of kwashiorkor. Those who actually heard Biafran, that was when stockfish started, because they were molding stockfish with salt. So if you have stockfish, you just soak it in the water, you have plenty of salt. It was a horrible experience. They were pregnant women they killed, and they will bring out the baby in their womb and kill the baby separately. It's a horrible experience. The people in Calabar don't know the difference between day and night. Because during the night time, the bullet coming from the Nigerian warship will lighten up the whole community. They shoot at anything that moves. Wherever they see smoke coming up, they believe people are cooking. They begin to shoot in every direction. It was a horrible experience for 3 years. These are Nigerian people dealing with Nigerian people. We are all Nigerian, Abi. It was a horrible experience. But each time I sit down, I look at Nigerian people. You know, anytime we talk about the Nigerian genocidal war on the Biafrans, we have 3 fronts of this war. Hopefully in the morning tomorrow we will look at it, because this is the era where we remember our fallen hero and heroine. there was a way they handled the people in the eastern region. There was a way they handled the people in the coastal region. And there was a way they fought the war in Bender State, Middle Belt, Biafra land. It was horrible. It was horrible for 3 years. Many countries of the world joined them. And they slaughtered our people like flies. But I want you to look at yourself, you governor in Biafra land, you Biafran who is offended about Biafra issue. You Yoruba, you Awasa, you Fulani, sorry, you Nigerian people. Think about what you did. They never showed remorse up to today. They never showed remorse. They even look at you, let's do them more. I'm not talking about what they did to those who were trapped outside Biafra land. It was a horrible situation. I want you to compare what you are going through as a Biafran in Nigeria. There is no war. I want you to consider what you are going through. And then try to compare it with what our fathers suffered in the hand of these demons called Nigerians. And you see, they don't have respect for you. It really doesn't matter. And you know in their mind, Biafra will not come. If we do, they will still kill us. Nothing will happen. But we shall know in the end. Number one, understand it was a horrible experience. Number two, the greatest act of wickedness was unleashed against Biafra by the Nigerian counterparts. They have finished killing them, stabbing them to death, raping some to death, having committed every form of atrocity. And then they unleash the worst act of wickedness. You can imagine young men 3 years later, after severe hunger of 3 years later, before the war, they have their money in their bank. And Nigerian government sees all of them. My mother was not in Enugu during the war. She was not anywhere near Anambra. She was in Abo. Why Nigerian people? Because if I say Yoruba now, some people will get angry. He's calling Yoruba. Why Nigerian people took my mother's money, I don't know. So when you are telling me what happened in the war, they took my mother's money. My mother died without a bank account. She died without a bank account. She was not a poor woman. The fear of the money Nigerian took from my mother, she never had a bank account till she died. I don't know how much. I'm not sure she know. But what she told me was that they gave her only 20 pounds. Only 20 pounds. Ejimenwa Chano. That is her name. Among others. Only 20 pounds. But when I want to evaluate her value, I know it's not small money. Because she told me she bought the first plot of land in her life at the age of 26. And of course, you know, irrespective of time and dispensation, a plot of land is not cheap. It's not 300,000. And if she can buy a plot of land within that age, that means she has huge amount of money in the account. They took it from her and many other of our parents. That was an act of wickedness. They begin to dislodge our people from the civil service. They begin to recondition our people to buying and selling that we are doing today. I was listening to a video online. One guy, he was shouting, "Oh, I'm crying, oh, all our people in abroad are armed robbers, oh, hey, our people, you people are armed robbers." That one now they will say is a Biafra. No. That is why we talk about bad blood. People will not understand. The greatest act of wickedness was unleashed. There are things they did in the West. They didn't do it in the East. They did it in the South. They actually dealt with us. They reprogrammed us. They re-engineered us. Nigeria. And the worst part of the act of wickedness is that they don't even allow you to talk about it. I want us to check it. What problem does our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have with Nigeria? He just spoke the truth. And so he spoke the truth. He spent almost 3 years in the prison. He spoke the truth. They came to his house, invaded his house, killed 28 people, among others. He's speaking the truth. They say we are terrorists. What was he saying? Is it how we drink palmy with Nigeria? Or what Nigerian did to us? Everybody that have been arrested in connection to IPOB activity, they call them terrorists. Actually, when I was arrested then, they wanted to charge me for treason. And I remember what happened that day. The registrar said, where are his AK-47? Where is machine gun and grenade? They say they don't have. He said, without I don't see these things, I will not charge him for treason. So Nigerian DSS now charge me for unholy gathering. I don't know if it's part of Nigerian law, Ndiara. But they never showed up again. Because they knew I was kidnapped. They know in the real sense, they were kidnappers. These are out of wickedness. Today, may God have mercy upon you. You have problem with a Hausa person. Nigerian person. As a Biafran. And you go to police station. With them, you are dead. There is one Chima issue in Port Harcourt where Nigerian police killed him. Everybody was at justice for Chukuma, justice for Chukuma. Ikoku 4, Abikoku 5. The matter have died down. Nothing will happen. You are a Biafran. You don't have say. They kill you. You make noise. After a while, it will end. That is what they did to our fathers. They were not satisfied that Biafra land was destroyed completely. Structurally, economically, or otherwise. Number 3, we made a terrible mistake. And this terrible mistake should not repeat itself. 4 things I want you to know about the genocidal war. Number 1, like I said, it was a horrible experience. God once said that they will deal with us, that the mentioning of war self, we cannot. But they are wrong. They lie. It was horrible. It was the greatest act of unleashing wickedness to your fellow man. And like I said, the third one is terrible mistake that were made. That terrible mistake was that Ojukwu did not have the time. Whether it was by omission or commission, he did not control his soldiers well. That was the loophole that enabled Nigeria to access the coastal region of Biafra land and then divide us further. Go and look at the commander in charge of Cross River State. Is Igbo man. Commander in charge of River State, it was Igbo man. Commander in charge of Delta State, it was Igbo man. Enugu, Anambra, and every place. Ojukwu made mistake. And so, with that mistake, Nigerian. I didn't say you is Yoruba or Hausa or Fulani. Nigerians. They smuggle in. They sneak in. That time, Cross River State was Akwa Ibom and Cross River State. And they started by telling them, you see, Ojukwu Ame, how can Igbo man be in charge of your distance? They want to do like this. They will kill you people. Don't agree. Igbo are domineering. Look at. Ojukwu didn't see it. He left it that way. They got Cross River State. Today, irrespective of what happened, all of us are suffering it. We cannot afford to make that same mistake. They went to River State. They said the same thing. In fact, Ojukwu himself was in charge of Port Harcourt. Because Ojukwu fought in Iguruta, disbanding Nigerian army coming from Uguta. Ojukwu bombarded all of them. He chased them back from the air where they are coming from. But that was a mistake. You know, some people will say he ran out of the war. He didn't run. He was in the war front. It was a great mistake that he made. It happened in Ogoni. It happened everywhere. And the moment you have people like Ken Saro-Wiwa speaking from Ogoni Aziz, you have people like Elechi Martin, Obi Wale, Adaka Boru. Because then, the coastal region from the eastern region ended in Bayelsa. And of course, Patani was not part of Bayelsa then. So at the three main junction, they were able to have people they conspired with. They preached to them the gospel of division. It works. And they bought it. And they start telling themselves, this Igbo man, I'm a man in charge of our community. Only God will save us. So, hey. They started regrouping. They formed alliance with Nigerian generals. So when you are in Ogoni community, Ogoni man will take them inside all the corner road and capture Ogoni. You said that you run or you die. That is what they did in the coastal region. And that fourth part is something we must not make mistake about. Because even though history must repeat itself, it will be on our own terms. That is why people plan. Look at what is happening today. Everything that made Adaka Boru to fight is still happening times 10. Everything that made Ken Saro-Wiwa to move is still happening times 20. Everything that made Dim Chukwuemeka Dimegu to fight is still happening times 10 today. And everything that made our leader to come out and lead us in IPOB is still happening times 50 till tomorrow morning. Planning is very, very important. Ojukwu failed there. Maybe he didn't have the time or didn't get the people. And then finally, the war did not end. These four things you must understand. The war did not end. It was deceit. It was an act of deception. No victor, no vanquished. No victor, no vanquished. The war never ended. The slogan was there. The deprivation continued. The emasculation continued. The subjugation increased. They are shouting, no victor, no vanquish, no victor. But who did this thing to us as a people? The Nigerian people. And so at this moment where we are trying to remember them, men and women who fought to make sure we are alive today, let us promise them we cannot let them down. Let us promise them that we will not back down until it's all over. Let us go back and learn from everything they went through. This is a moment of sober repression. Let us tell ourselves the truth and say, never again are we going to give an inch to the enemy. What you are getting here on Radio Biafra is what you are supposed to get. It doesn't matter how it was. Our leader comes up all the time exposing Nigeria, because it's going to play a very vital role. And Nigeria is feeling the pain. But while he is exposing Nigeria, we still have to consider the other side in our own land. Because the Nigerian people are training their children. There are Hausa Fulani in Biafra land. Their work is to come here and kill us. They pay them monthly salary. Some 25,000, some 30,000. The other government payroll. When they come in here, they are coming like rig worker. Their job is go and kill. Go to Bonny Island and you see how Fulani and Hausa children are there. The population is more than a Bonny people. Bonny people, their population is more than. We have access to interview one of them who didn't see us as a Igbo man. He told us that they are here for the mission. The mission is to kill people. So when we can buy boat to give them to patrol the water, it's to kill their people. It's to kill rivers people. They now control the waterways. My brother, we have work to do. If we don't tell you, you will not know. We have to tell you that as we are discussing here, the Yorubas are having meeting upon meeting. And when I read Awolowo, a Nigerian man write up about the Igbos after the war, I wept for myself. It is good that the Igbos suffer what they suffered and cannot blame anybody for their mistake or their mischievousness. The Yoruba nation, on the other hand, has acted wisely for not supporting the greedy Igbo man to fight against Nigeria. Today, they will live for the consequence of their action for a very long time. And the Oduduwa nation, without apology, must grow on to prosperity. They may not see it out today, but it is embedded in their DNA. They have the do's and the don'ts. They are doing meeting. The Northerners, when they are doing meeting, they will tell them, oh, you are born to rule, oh, you are born to rule. Don't give Inyamere a chance, oh, you are born to rule. The Westerners, when they are doing meeting, they are telling you can't trust Igbo man, oh. You can't trust Igbo man, oh. You can't trust Igbo man, oh. They say it in the open and they do it in the open. But we are the only one defending all of them. But it really doesn't matter to them. Because their mission is simple. Kill these people. There are a lot of things happening that you are not seeing. Go and check people who are involved in estate agency, estate management. Go and involve in people doing money lenders. They are the ones selling all your land. Uluale and Son Land Agency. You will run to them. Oh, I have land. He will put it on Yoruba radio. They now blow it. Sorry, Nigerian radio. Before Yoruba children will attack me. Yes, we have a very beautiful land in Lekki Phase 2. Come and buy. They are the ones selling your land. Estate management. Then you go to Enugu. They are there sharing piece of paper for you. We are the Alajo. Put 20 naira and December time you carry a bag of rice. We are the Alajo. And we can't see this. They have their plan made up. Since I was born till today, I have never seen any tribe sitting together to reconsider the plight of the Biafran people in this Nigeria. But Nigerians are the Biafrans are the one crying, oh, don't kill Nigerians, so leave our Nigeria, oh, help our Nigeria. Go to Yoruba land and see Ibokwe. Touch Yoruba so that Ibokwe tell you are evil. Joe Ibokwe. Talk to the Hausa so that a hope who's Odenjo tell you that you don't talk to Hausa. How long are we going to continue like that? When are we going to advise ourselves? Because you are not seeing it. You don't know how many of your people they kill on daily basis in the name of one Nigeria and in our own land. The corona issue now have calmed down so many things. And people think all is well. My brother, don't let anybody deceive you. Carry this 4 things at the back of your mind. Prepare yourself, harden yourself against all of them. And so that when the time comes, you will have the mind to strike without mercy. Because they have it already. They have that mindset for us already. They are busy distributing alamajiri in Biafra land. Busy preparing to poison us. And most of our governors are aiding and abetting them. If they kill us today, what happened to our children? They actually had the intention to kill up all our father and leave the little children who will never know their history. But like I always say, the commandment of Chukwu Kikabiama is written in our heart. He resurrected. Biafrans, we are not here to fight because we hate anybody. We are here to fight anybody who is sustaining the state, the terrorist state, the zoo called Nigeria. That is why it all makes sense to me. When are we going to come and fight on one front and hate those who hate us? The journey may be very difficult. David prayed to Almighty Elohim. He said, should I not hate those who hate you, O Lord? Yeah, with cruel hatred have I hated them. And Jesus said, I am not praying for the world. I am praying for those that you have given to me. I thought he died for the whole world. But when it was time for him to pray the main prayer, he said, Father, these ones you have given to me, I commit unto your hand. I am not praying for the world, but for this one that you have given to me. Everybody go answer in Father's name. And I hope you still know your father's name. Biafrans, wake up. From Igede to Yala to Idoma to Boboroa to Aruchuku, Biafrans, wake up. Biafrans, wake up. Because we need to defend our fatherland. I will not proceed more than that. But then we must remain focused on the issue of coronavirus. We must remain focused. And when our line is open, and they are dumping alamajiri infected with COVID-19 in your area, let us know so that they can be sent back to where they are coming from. We are fighting numerous enemies, home and abroad, physical and spiritual. But we must be willing to fight to the end and to the finish. I'll be back in a minute.
Story.
They don't they kill us since. Nobody talk about them. After the whole killing, them go sweep them under the carpet. These people are shameless. They no get conscience. Maybe in our blood, I am they take the bath. Without our resources, nothing like one Nigeria. These people are shameless. They no get conscience. They don't set confusion among our brothers. They won't kill our leader because he speak the truth. These people are shameless. They no get conscience. No hiding place for them. See their doom for their doorstep. We are blessed folks. Who do coke who cabiama blessed no man feel cause worldwide thing. Nigeria is falling. We are going to sink it out. With the truth, with the truth. We're coming out right now from the land of rising sun. With the truth, with the truth. It's too late to paradise. Who are these Osiba's too late to paradise. It's too late. Obasanjo's too late to paradise. It's too late. Abechi is too late to paradise. Bazu is too late. This is special dedication to my friends and my brothers and my sisters and my uncle and my cousins who are here in Biafra land, outside Biafra land, in the world at large. We are Biafrans. If we are one Nigeria, why are they killing us? If we are one Nigeria, why are they raping us? If we are one Nigeria, why are they depriving us? We want to go, we mean we want to go truly. We want to go sincerely. We want to go right now. We want to go. Myself, I want to go. Nandi Kano want to go. Uche Moko want to go. Jojo Ibe want to go. We want to go. Biafrans, they want to go. We are 7 steps ahead. Ahead is who? We are whiter than white. We are whiter than snow. All we need is referendum. Disciplating, trafficking. I was born and raised in the Biafra land. This is my religion. Biafra is my religion. You can think Biafra, speak Biafra, see Biafra. God has signed it. Nobody can join it. Plus day, minus day. Biafra we come. We love you. We love you. We love you. Biafra. Woo! I told you. Nigeria is falling. We are going to sink it out. With the truth. We're coming out right now from the land of rising sun. With the truth. It's too late to paradise. It's too late. Buhari is too late to paradise. Amechi is too late. Osiban is too late to paradise. Obasanjo is too late. Obiano is too late to paradise. It's too late. British government is fire. British government allow us to go. The people of Chukwu won't go. We won't go. Allow us to go. British government is fire. British government allow us to go. We won't go. We won't go. Allow us to go. Allow us to go. Nigeria is falling. We are going to sink it out. With the truth. We're coming out right now from the land of rising sun. With the truth. It's too late to paradise. Buhari is too late. Amechi is too late to paradise. It's too late. Osiban is too late to paradise. Obasanjo is too late. Obiano is too late to paradise. Ojizokan is too late. We are 3 wise men. Prestaje, Obiajulu Monday, CJ Papa, Lost Train. Woo! I love you.
Yes, of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 07081545642. 07081545642. Direct line is 08122152971. 08122152971. The special number for the female is 08128858614. 08128858614. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here, Monitoring Spirit.
Ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma. Dezu temefọ udotukwu okike abịa ama dịrị gị ezigbo dede. Ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Dede Nnamdi Kanu, Chukwu okike abịa ma chịpụrụ ime ihe niile, onye ikikere niile dị n'ọba aka ya, chikere eluigwe kwa ụwa ka ihe niile dị n'ime ya. Ọ bụ onye ndu gị, ọya chigo ọya na-eche gị, ya bụrụ na ọwụ dị ya ma ha egbugele nri. Dede dịsi ka ọ gbugele abụ anyị nọ n'azụ onwedị ihe na-eme. Mụnwa okechukwu chikọ eti m ọfọ na ọ gị na-azụ. Anọchiri m ike eti m ụkwụ m n'ala n'ochi ka dede. Akụ eri Biafra dede. Onye nkwa na onye gasị na Biafra gị na-abịa Trump onye Biafra. Trump onye America. We are Biafrans. Every Biafran is all over the world. Listen. Taa wee keke wisi. Ọ wisi bupụ beburu. Ihe ọbụla dede Nnamdi Kanu mepe ha alụ ọnụ ya. Gbaghara anyị. Onye ọbụla na-emebi ya ọfọ afụgbuo ya. As far as nọ na IPO na akụgele m ọfọ n'ala. Come shut up. Onye ha iji aka ekpebi ya. Ana m arụ ọrụ nke m. Ọ bụghị ibu mmadụ bukwatara m. Onye ibu m ji aka m bukwata onwe m because ama m na ọ Biafra ajụgele m ụwa. You don't know how you can just say, if you see the condition I find myself, you will pray that you never dare to enter it. It is this Nigeria. Trump, if I'm privileged to be in position, I will prepare Trump that again. He is not the one to give us Biafra. We are only respecting him because the world agrees that power will be given to him. And I trust Trump. Trump must say it because if he don't say it, he will fall. Nobody can stop Biafra. My going back to our roots, like the Biafra, go and start the book of Roots. Roots too. Our the Lord, the Mother says, you go to Judges chapter 9. You go and see. That's why we are this block. We are very careful. A whole Gideon, 70 sons was destroyed by one of his last side from another place. That Biafra is a religion and we are Biafra. You are there. I can make the end. I am get this message. Number chapter 22. Read it. Because ban at the Balak. Go and check any conspiracy, any Nigeria is doing now, you are fair. Nobody says this. You people don't know what is coming to you people. Numbers chapter 23. Go and check verse 20, verse 19 to 24. Just for one verse 19 and 24, very important. Then chapter 23 of Numbers, 1 to end, chapter 9, very important. Therefore, it's an honor. Come on, you know, one more thing I came, but I never do much I can. And I am never that death of man. You would not care of Babon Milo, my name of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. You put Cabana, I tell you. I knew against that. Man, don't you get that anymore. Then do the funding the liquid of what you have or telling me at full blood for what they have in mind. Let's get a phone. Let's look at me. Over there, how on your photo, on your photo, let's put the new lady to Catholic, my apostle, and he will die. And Daniel Road. ike ka niile akwanye otu pọwa ha na nka ọmụkwe pọwa karịrị ụfọdụ oge ọkwa onye eziokwu na-eji o ka gwakwu na-eziokwu akwa ịlụ taa wee ke C7 dede na-ebrokast ihe site ihe niile dede ibigere na ya ahụ onye sọbịa fatisi amụ agele akwụkwọ ịlụ onye ọbụla si Biafra adị taa abịa amanụ ya ọ ga-agata n'ala nụrụ mma maazị oyibo ka kwụsị onye aja maka isi agbọwala ma mmeto otu ọbụla dede gburu ala wee
all must hate Biafra. Thank you very much. Our people must understand. It is as simple as ABCD. Why our leader is busy destroying Nigeria completely, our people must monitor them. Why I am going back to our people is to make them wake up from the spell of Nigeria. Almost a month plus now, our leader have been shouting, hole in the neck, hole in the neck, hole in the neck. Going to 1 year, our leader have been telling you, Buhari is dead, Buhari is dead. I want you to check your brain. If your brain cannot absorb this truth, you know there is a problem. But Nigerian shame, it will know no bound. What I don't understand with the number of all the intellectual everywhere, people are intellectually wicked. President is dead. They are spending billion to make sure nobody know about the death of the president. It is horrible. Look at Nigeria. They have suffered more than Somalia, even without war. That is why our people must put their mind on the 4 horrible things that happened to the generation of 1967 and 1970. Our leader keeps shouting, Aso Rock is empty, Aso Rock is empty. Every complaint is the presidency. Presidency. Who is this presidency? What is his father's name? Presidency, presidency. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network.
Hello?
Yes, good evening from here. Go ahead,
Hello?
please. Good evening from here.
Good evening. My name is Mazin Wabweze Akota. I'm calling from Aba. Mazonibe, I heard your topic this night, but there is, I'm not trying to deviate from your topic, but there's a little information and other things that I want to let the world know.
Go ahead, please.
Number one, okay, in Abia State now, the market has been shut down for a very long time, and there is no palliative, not single thing for the government or the governors to do for the people. Rather, they are trying to collect the little money that people have. Now, we got an information that the governor of Abia State and his commissioners have decided that the whole market in Abia State will raise 17-man committee. And that 17-man committee, they have went to the meeting with the government that they will be selling pearl, just common pearl. Each pearl is 5,000. And the hand sanitizer, 2,000 naira. And the whole market, we must make sure that they have this pearl. Without that, the market will not open. So I asked myself, my wife used to sell those pearls. And the pearl, the biggest one is 1,200 naira. The small one is for 600 or 700 naira. Now, commissioner and the rest of them now want to be commissioner of pearl to sell pearl 5,000. And there's hand sanitizer 2,000 naira. I ask myself, why are these people so wicked like this? Why are they so heartless? People are suffering. In the midst of this coronavirus, they want to make money in the life of the people. What kind of country are we? Okay, if I don't forgot where he started. And he is there to make people to feel more pain. But that is case of another day. So I'm saying this because of many people do not know what is going on. They want to say pearl. Pearl that is not up to 1,000 naira is 5,000. anything they would like to mix themselves up. And again is this. You can remember when the Biafrans went to Abuja for our court, because people used to say that it's Nnamdi Kanu court. No, Nnamdi Kanu has no case with the Nigeria government. That is our case, but he's the person dying for us. Now, the children, Biafra children, laid curse upon Nigeria at Abuja there. Every old man and women laid curse upon Nigeria that for the fact I can't hear you.
Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. So our old men, fathers and mothers with their staff lay curse upon Nigeria. But for the fact that Buhari have detained our leader, so he shall be detained, because one day the oppressor must be oppressed. Now, where is Buhari in Aso Rock? He's nowhere to be found. Buhari detained our leader in Kujo prison, and then where is him? He's nowhere to be found. The same way he separated our leader from his family is the same way the God of Biafra separated Buhari from his family. Don't mind the fake Buhari they are posing. Now, nobody, both Aso Rock, everybody that's join hand to commit that sacrilege against Biafra, the children of Chukwu Okike Abiam, the children of Chukwu Okike Abiam, all of them are facing the same shame. I look at Brutai that send people to come and kill people at Afaruku, and the whole people that have been messing up in Aba. Where is Brutai now? His mother is dead and buried. Brutai cannot come and do some burial this thing to the mother. Is he not shame? What of Osubanjo, the man that called himself a man of God, and because of money, Osubanjo forget the things of God. A professor, a senior advocate for that matter, put God aside to be a vice president. Somebody that is educated, wise, brilliant, modern is remoting him. Now, where is Osubanjo? Because when you put God aside, God will put you aside. At the same time, where is Osubanjo now? It's nowhere to be found. People say that these people pray to these people, they are facing their nemesis. All of them are facing their nemesis. So shall it be to those that treat the Biafrans. Even if the Biafrans that maltreat the Biafrans the same way, they shall face the same thing. Because nobody that will treat Biafrans and unfair and go scot-free. So, Mazoniba, I will stop here. But I want to at least discuss a little over this thing the governor of Abia State is doing. Because people have been committing. In our street, we don't sleep at night because of Amrob is already stealing when there's business. Talkless of now, there's no business. People are everywhere. Even common chicken, gare, anything you will see. Plantain will stand up like they will use land and cut the plantain this thing up. You will see the plantain, but you will not see any plantain this and there. So the thing is very serious, and the government don't want to help anybody. They are still collecting money. So I will stop here. Thank you, Mazoni.
Thank you for all that update. That is why I try reminding us about the horrible experience of our ancestors, 1967 to 1970. The same pattern is what they are using. These people don't care for us. These people don't care for us. And it's important we understand the mindset they have for us and reciprocate in the same manner. It's as simple as that. Because all this why we have believed in slap me here and slap you there. Honestly, I believe in forgiveness. When they slap you here, give them the other one, let them slap you. But don't forget that God have not forgiven Satan up to today. We must learn to use our tongue and count our teeth. Yes, God say when they slap you on the left ear, give them the other one. But since the beginning of the Bible till today, God have not forgiven Satan. That is because there are certain issues that should be responded to. No matter how you try to, God knows Satan cannot repent, even though they give him 1 million forgiveness. You think Nigeria will one day consider us as a people? And then I would suggest you think again. Are you there, caller on the line?
Hello, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening from here.
So happy to hear your voice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for what happened, because I don't know exactly what happened. But I have your voice. You are highly welcome, sir. So, hello, my Lord.
You see.
There's something I want to ask you, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, this that was I had that was to
Your voice is not very clear. Bring it closer to the phone so that I can hear you louder.
What I'm asking, this collective that was sent,
I think that number now is redialing itself. I'm truly sorry, but if you can call back, you call back. But regarding the palliatives, I really don't know much about that. But supposing you were able to pass your question across, I believe the Biafra Land National Coordinator would be able to respond to it. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp, on the line. Caller on the line.
Good evening, my Lord.
Yes,
May
Jenica, good evening.
God bless you. Good evening. My name is Jenica. I'm calling from Enugu province of Biafra land. May Chukwu Kikabiyama bless you, and we thank Chukwu Kikabiyama for helping us to hear your voice again. May He take care of our bless you and keep you for us here in Biafra land. May He bless you and bless your family. I was listening to you. I was enjoying everything, and that's why I so much like our leader, the Hamadike, the supreme leader, the man that shaped the zoo. Because if it happens that on that very day of 17th of September that they went to his house, if he reacted in the other way and the war started, maybe we would have made that same mistake that our forefathers made. But since then till now, he's still pushing on, he's still destroying the zoo. And I so much like his zoo. And that's why everyone must follow him and follow his instruction. Any day that he concluded with Chukwu Kikabiyama that to pursue these people and overtake them and recover everything that they have stolen from us, even from many years back now. We will go ahead. After when we are praying on that Passover period, Chukwu Kikabiyama told us that to go, we will overtake, we will recover all. Any day that Chukwu Kikabiyama told him that to go, we will pursue, we will recover all. We will go and recover everything. We will recover even all those things they have stolen, all those words they have stolen from our land. We will recover all of them. Because Chukwu Kikabiyama is on our side. And we bear these 4 things in mind, and we know that we will not make mistakes of our forefathers. And all those things that they have all those things that have done wrong, we will not do it wrong because Chukwuka Jema will be with us. We are calling on him and him alone. We do not have the gods of other people. We worship him alone. We serve him alone. No other thing. We do not join any other God to worship. We worship Chukwuka Jema and we trust that one day he will liberate us from this zoo. And we are going. I know we are living. Chukwuka Jema will bless you. And bless all of you that are calling on Radio Biafra. I say, make a kerowa, keep keeping you. And we say, may Almighty, He that lives forever, bless you. Thank you, my Lord,
very much. We
for
must
being there
continue.
for us.
God
and
is
thank
faithful.
you for bearing the loss in your family.
God is faithful.
I thought you will not recover to come back and talk to us because back to your roots is the best I have ever listened to. I know our leader teaches us so many things, but his own aspect is to destroy Nigeria. But
Of course, the anointing now is Buhari neck. Those who believe in Buhari, they must be disgraced. Buhari in his grave must cry. Every day our leader come on air. That hole in the neck, we must find out who put it there. China, maybe it's China. They can't hide it. Thank you very much.
They made in China that they kept it in the Asu Rock. People have destroyed him to the extent that he cannot even do anything. Now, Adesina is defending him. Nothing. You have fallen. And we are going home. I thank you, Kajama, for everything that is happening. And I thank you for being there for us.
Thank you very much.
You, my Lord.
We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, Mazi, I'm here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Mazi, good evening. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world from here. My name is Idudu. I am from Ozoro. Zoro is in Isoko tribe. Isoko tribe is in Delta State. Delta State is in Biafra land. Mazi Oyinbe, I called to contribute a little on two things that really bothers me. There are some things that I came across this evening really pissed me off. I bleed in my heart. This Alamajiri, this Janjaweed, their own is really getting too much. And each time when I look at how they boast about how they are going to conquer us, how they are going to rape our guests, how they are going to marry our women, how they are going to, impose Islam on us, and sometimes it's not as if that is what really get me angry. It is our people, us, we are the one giving them that chance, so sometimes it really pisses me off. So I'm just really, really very angry and pissed off. So that is why I said, okay, let me call on this program. I've called you some time ago. I told you about why don't we go in a way into our pastors, and I remember the reply you gave to me that almost 80 or 70% of Biafra pastors are with us, but I'm talking about the coastal region that I am from, you are from, I think those people, some of them, if they have not heard something from their pastor, they still want to be too daft and adamant, because I'm really very concerned. I think maybe I'm just suggesting, maybe if we can talk to our Hamadike, maybe if we can make a project for that, so that we should, it may probably mean that the pastor should be talking to these people so that we can wake up from this whole nightmare of a zoo. It is getting out of hand. There is this comment that is just roaming all over the whole place as we are speaking. I'm just pissed off with it. I'm just pissed off. And this is what they are boasting. They are going to be raping our guests. They are going to be marrying our women. There's nothing we can do about it. We should go and ask our ancestors what they have did to them before. All these things, my heart.
Go ahead.
So sometimes I feel the anger. I can't even have in my heart anymore. I can't really have space in my heart anymore. You know, sometimes I feel like maybe I'm so sorry. I don't mean to say that way. Like maybe I don't know how my people are so adamant that they can't even take simple message. The fact is that these people are coming with Islamic as the agenda. We have preached it all over again. They are still trying to be like, who told you? It's not possible. It can't happen. It can't happen. They are speaking English today in Okpa Anam, in Delta State, Biafra land, that within Onitsha Bridge and the boundary. You know, I think 2 to 3 people were being killed by Fulani herdsmen. In fact, the chairman of the community was also killed. The chairman of the community was also killed. And these people are people who are living in those regions. They plant yams and vegetable to earn a living. I have lived with these people before. I know they are hardworking people. And Fulani will not even allow them to plant their crops. Today, they have invaded their community. They killed the chairman and they made away with other 2 lives. And according to the reporter, the Fulani, they ran away. And police will not come because the commissioner of police of the Delta State is a Fulani man. He will not come. And this is how they will continue to be killing people.
My brother,
I don't know.
Everything you are saying, those are the things that make me behave the way I behave. People don't understand. Now, if I follow, first of all, you talk about our pastor. I always tell our people, no matter what we are doing here, Yoruba are the one controlling 90% of our youth inside church. To them, they are going to heaven. And when I hammer that angle now, so that our people can come out from a Yoruba church. Yoruba Jesus say, don't curse Yoruba, don't curse Yoruba. How can we march when 90% of our children are controlled by Yoruba people? How many of our people are even pastor? That is a problem. Number 2, Fulani are killing people everywhere. You just talk of Okpanam. If I give you statistic of how many people Fulani have killed today, even in the name of lockdown, it will amaze you. But do you know why? Almost all the DPO police in Biafra land, all of them are Yoruba. That matter will not go anywhere. Their slave master, Awasa Fulani, will call them. I said that matter is not going anywhere. And that is it. So who are we fighting now? Not until our people understand that they have to be, I don't know the name to call it. Believe me, they will continue doing it. Everything they have said they will do to us, they are doing it to the later.
You just reminded me something very big. My brother from Isoko is a coordinator in France. I'm still watching him, observing him, although he's a coordinator. I was discussing with him on how we can go evangelism in Isoko land. And I told him this same issue concerning pastors, that how can we penetrate our pastor? Do you know what he told me? He told me, say, oh, boy, leave that, not be pastor, so there's further we can do about it. He said that the pastor are being controlled by the CAN. And if the CAN
is Nigeria.
So is the CAN, is it a cultist organization?
That is what I'm
Christians cannot see that they are killing. That Christians cannot see that they are killing them to rise up, and CAN will tell them that to shut up, and they will shut up. Is CAN a cultist organization?
I beg, talk small, make them know say you be antichrist. I beg, don't let them hear.
No, at least they should understand what I'm saying. I was talking to a brother from Isoko. He's a coordinator in France, and IPOB. I was telling him that how can we evangelize in Isoko? Why can't we go to the pastor and explain to them the Islamic agenda that is coming, so that at least if that one is only what is going to spark their brain to believe in Biafra. All what he told me that the CAN is controlling all our pastors. They will not say anything.
This one you are saying now, our leader have been trying to enlighten the people that the man in Asu Rock is dead. Wait 2023 election. Every church in Biafra land, all of them are INEC office. All of them are INEC office. That is when they give you vision. The Lord said Buhari is a answer prayer. His wife is virtuous. His children are all holy. The children of God prayed and God sent Buhari. Buhari is a Messiah. We have not forgotten.
On our Lord support.
On our Lord support. Olika support. Oboroboro support. They begin to say, Hopus Odema in Imo State is God that brought him. My brother, our battle plenty you. Not until we drag these people out. Make we just they talk first. Honestly.
Okay.
We have passed the stage. The point is that we are saying and you are hearing. Maybe one day people will run on the offense. Because this is the truth. These people tie us every corner. No breathing space. By the grace of God, I'm here in Biafra land. I know every frustration going out in every corner. And only people who have genuine blood can feel this pain from where they are. Let's go back to how our leader's house was invaded. In the morning, army will carry armored car and be driving in front of his house. Tell them, what are you people doing? This is a resident. They say they are doing show of force. Invariably, show of muzzle. They are coming to show muzzle. In a high densely populated civilian area. Nigerian army is coming there to show of muzzle. But they are running from Sambisa forest. But it will get to all of us. And maybe we will get sense then.
I pray we have sense.
What we all have to do is let's be communicating to our people. Be communicating. Because one thing is the moment you prepare their heart, they know these things. The day they catch fire, Nigeria will know what is coming. So whatever I'm saying, whatever we say on Radio Biafra, whatever message we're giving to our people, at least they are knowing what they never know before. They are knowing already. So thank you for your positive contribution. But we are not going anywhere. And believe me, this battle, they will not win it. They will understand that we are the children of our father. They will not win this battle.
You see?
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, my beloved. I got Put
it the one. I got Trumbe one. Put one.
I got Trumbe one. Yeah, the only. I'm okay, my brother. What I get in house here. My name take off first thing. This is okay for no see what I miss grant from what's up land. I hear from Omaka still remains in all the province of Biafra land. As every other protocols are duly observed. My beloved, I called in respect of this Opanam, what I saw this evening, but I thank God that this my comrade mentioned it now. The one thing that pains me there, the youth leader was killed, and some other people were maybe absconded with us, and our people are there blocking the road. How many are these people? And when we are engineering, talking to our people to take their land, they don't want to. The young men don't want to react.
See, let me tell you what you people don't understand. Do you understand? Our people are ready to do the needful, but the time is not right. Why did I say the time is not right? Let me say it to the hearing of everybody. Nigerian government have a way they deal with us. And how do they do it? If Okpana and youth rise up, they will chase those Fulani idiots and burn down every police station. They will destroy every president of Nigeria. But do you know what Ukowa will do? They will go and hold Ukowa or gunpoint. And why they do that? They will deploy army from Borno, from everywhere. They will deploy Boko Haram. They will burn down Okpana this night. They did it in Odi. They did it in Aba. They did it in Bayelsa almost 3 times last year. And I think they've done it this year. And so they are like making an example out of us. And our people must understand that is how they function. So the day we will attack them in 100 community. Let them burn down 100 community there. They will stop all these things. That is why you see our people don't talk. And when the youth revolt now and they burn down their house, there is no provision to help them. And so we also should begin to make that kind of provision. Look at our Abba. One idiot police went to buy Igbo. He didn't pay for the Igbo. He brought gun and started shooting people. They heard him, and somewhere along the line, they were the ones shooting themselves. They were the ones killing themselves. Did they not burn almost 7 houses?
Yeah.
But the point is that, believe me, we are not weak like that. Our people are not ready for the consequence. Our leader, one of his brokers, he made a simple insight. He gave us a simple insight. What is the population of Nigerian police, including all the invited terrorists? What is their population? You think if we come out, they can stand us? Of course, we do not count them by their population. We count them by the power of the ammunition. A man with AK-47 may have the ability to put maybe 40 people to flight. We give them the normal figure, let them shoot and run out of bullets, and then at the end of the day, we give them a testament that they will not forget in their life. But believe me, there is more to that. They target our women, they target our young man. There is no provision to protect them yet. And then when we are ready for them, all those things must be considered. That youth president was practically killed. Maybe he refused to collect money from Islam to Islamize his people. Was a king from within that community not murdered, and they went to drop his dead body in Edo State? Did you hear anything? So all these things they are doing, they know where they hold us. And until we pull out, they will continue doing it. Honestly. So when they do this thing, it looks like we are lazy. We cannot respond. There is a way they do things. If you go to North now, they do you and you respond. Their governors will defend them immediately. But all our governors, all of them are there as a servant of Yoruba, Fulani, and Hausa. And they fight for their interest, not our interest. That is the problem. Go ahead, and sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, I got Trump. You are 100% right. You can see, okay, look at a practical example now. You can see that idiot in Imo State, Hope Uzodinma. Because a Nama or kid, I don't know what the noise they're talking, and asking them beside people to pay 8 million. That Onion made it yesterday in his broadcast. All those people that have been killed, who are paying compensations to them. You see your House of Rep that we get has played them 10 million, or if they have not collected, I don't know, 10 million USD. To force loss against our people, to vaccinate everybody by force. But here in Europe, we are. Nobody. It's not possible. It does not say that. Look at what is happening in Alabama half year. Police, army are still ready to go and wipe out that village. If not the intervention and the publicity, we are shouting. People are writing. People are complaining. They are ever ready to go there and ransack that village. What are the one in a body state? But Mazi, I think anyway, we are getting there. We're under command and control. I think Onyendo know the best. And when he raise up his hand, Mazi, everybody, all of us will come home. Because you people are there for us, and we are here for all of you. They don't tell me they will kill all. We are more than 80 to 900 million. Of course, they don't have sense there. We are more than that. But we want to tell our brothers, our hardcore Biafrans, those of them charity in Biafra land, to remain resolute. And the man is charity, but you better follow us. You better go and identify with this honorable IPOBs all over the world. So that when they go on nags, because of course he can't stay outside, stay on the fence and tell us what to do. Come inside, give us that the idea. You want to hear Mas, I have to leave it here. I appreciate you. Please continue pushing. You are trying. Chukwuka is your strength. May Chukwuka continue to inspire you for what you are doing for your motherland. Onyano, you thank you. And there was okay for it.
Thank you very much. We are not going anywhere. Our people must understand. One day, things will change. It will not be the way they always want it. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, Mazi.
Good evening from here, and thank you for holding on. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Shalom, Mazi.
Shalom.
Thank you very much. I thank the Lord who have given you the strength for the loss of your brother, because your courage and strength is a source of inspiration to thousands of Biafrans all over the world. Having said that, Mazi, a lot have happened, We miss you so much. A lot have happened. The zoo is totally finished. A country where there is no sitting president, no sitting vice president, the chief of staff to president that has since become an important office, a secretary, somebody who is supposed to be a team maker to the president now calls the shot. It's no longer there. The murderer, the killer, called Buratai, is no longer there. Nigerians are very, very shameless people, very, very shameless. Nobody calls the shot. Aso Rock is empty. Only the useless Yoruba media, keep deceiving people, making it look like there's still something, a semblance of governance in that country. But shame on them. The whole country is going to come down. That very soul called Femi Adeshina. You are a very useless man. You are going to perish with Abba Kyari because you guys are the architect of all this nonsense going on. Adeshina is going to perish. AGK Mbaka, you cannot escape destruction. You will perish yourself. That filthy Yoruba girl called Adiola here in the US, you are going to perish. You guys can never escape destruction because the judgment of the Lord is upon the whole wicked world. All the world, all of you who are complicit in killing, slaughtering Biafran children, women, and men in 67 to 70, starving them to death, and you sweep it under the carpet. You don't want the world to know about it. And the lying, hypocritical world, they are still pretending like nothing happened. They don't want to talk about the Biafran story. Let me tell you all, the judgment of the Lord is upon you. A greater than COVID-19 is coming. It's going to sweep you all off. All those useless politicians in Biafra land, you and your posterity, your children and children will suffer for all this wickedness you are committing. Very soul Okezie Ikpeazu in Abia State. You're already a dead man. There's no need talking about you guys. You are completely gone. The zoo can never stand. One thing that is important to me, Mazi, like you constantly point out, is that our people, the Biafran people, I don't know why we keep talking about this and they are not getting it. You know, I'm telling them that Yorubas are children of Satan. They don't seem to get it. Where are all those useless pastors? Go and pray away COVID-19, Yoruba. I've never seen any of them say anything tangible. Even that useless one they call Fanekayode, who constantly speak from both sides of his mouth. Can't you even stand up for Oduduwa for once? You see them talk about Oduduwa today, it's just in their lips. In their heart, they still want one Nigeria. Fanekayode, you are eulogizing a periso like Abba Kyari. You are supposed to be our leader's friend, so to speak. But Abba Kyari ordered the killing of our leader. They invaded his home, killed a lot of Biafrans there, and you are eulogizing a murderer. It's just like telling me that Judas Iscariot, was a good man because somebody liked him. He was a good man, and then he betrayed the Christ. These are children of Satan. They can never stand for the truth. Leopards can never change their spots. We know them. They don't. I listened to one they call Professor Akintoye. Saying everything. Yoruba came. They are in Benin. They are in Niger. They are in Brazil. They are in Cuba. They are all over the world. Is that the issue? You're all over the world and you don't have your own nation. Aren't you guys ashamed? And all the beautiful speeches given, giving all history of Nigeria, 1963, with Clifford Constitution. Is that what we are talking about? We're talking about you guys stand for your own nation. Our people have an adage that you don't tell the blind man that the market is over. But I see that these people are worse than blind people because they think we are kidding. They think we are joking. We've told these people that we are totally done with you, whether life or death, whether anybody agrees or not. And nobody can stop the Biafran restoration. I don't care how many they are. All the ones that came against us in the last time, the Soviet Union, where are they? France, Britain, useless Britain will be completely decimated. Their destruction will come. It's coming from heaven. You all think you are superpowers. But the common virus is have put the whole world to stand still. Shame on you all. Use your nuclear weapon to go and fight the virus. A greater than COVID-19 will come for you all. Let Biafra go. Leave Biafra alone. Because you guys don't know what is coming. We are calling on all great Biafrans, children, women, and men. It is time for you all to stand for your nation. Stop going to Yoruba churches. Stop marrying Yoruba people. What kind of hearts do you guys have? Can't you hate that which hates you? Yoruba started marrying our people, immediately after the Civil War. There's a reason they are marrying them. It's not because of love.
It
But
is to
these
get
gullible,
our
senseless
culture,
people, they don't even understand.
to know the secret of our culture. And they are knowing
Exactly.
it already. The secret
Right.
of
They
every
already
culture
know.
and tradition is given to the women, not the son.
Exactly.
If you want to know everything
Very,
your
very
mother
unfortunate.
know, it's the women. That is why in those days they pray to have woman as the first daughter, because they learn faster and they are able to pass it to others. Can you see Buhari with toothpick? Did you bring Naso Rock with toothpick? You see, you think it's Yoruba woman that cook soup that is using toothpick to remove the particles, or Hausa woman? It's Igbo woman. For Jubri to use toothpick, he take Igbo woman to prepare that soup. But our people cannot see that. They are busy seeing themselves evil. My people are useless. My people are hopeless. My people are indisciplined. That's what we are busy doing to ourselves.
Very unfortunate. No one Yoruba pastor have ever opened his mouth to condemn the atrocities committed against us in the past. Let alone, it's not like they even stopped. There was just a ceasefire in 70. But the war never ended. It continued up till today. These people watch you, you're thriving, you're doing very well, you came to their land in Lagos, you turned it all over to some different. They're not happy about it. They're envious. They want to put you down. In spite of all these things, Biafran people keep being very, very naive. Yoruba, who they born in a house of Dibia, Babalawo, will be your pastor. Are you guys, something is wrong with you? Yeah? Somebody who you commit your spirituality to, you don't know that you have enthroned them over you? Mazi, you keep saying it every time, like I already know, and I say this, I preach to our people here, that when you allow somebody else, more so the one that hates the hell out of you, to control your spirituality, you are gone. No Yoruba can go to Igbo man's church there to pray.
It is in their law. It is in their law. They will say they cannot prosper. They even swear for themselves that they cannot prosper in a church pastored by Igbo man. They have a word for it. They said to themselves, we cannot prosper in a church pastored by Igbo man, except their treasurer or one of our brother don't drag them enter his house.
It's terrible,
they don't do that. I see it every day.
Terrible.
Somebody wants you to somehow believe that, they are good, you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna be fine.
Exactly.
We're gonna make it fine.
You can never be fine. You never can. It never can be fine. Because if you look at all these, they are useless Pentecostal churches. If just 50% of those attending those churches stop going, Biafran people, 50% of them stop going, those churches are down. Because the last time I checked, I know Yorubas have no religion. They are not Christians, they are not Muslims. They use Christianity to deceive Biafrans. But they use Islam to curry favor from Fulani because they never can deceive Fulani. No matter how they shout the Allahu Akbar, Fulani don't regard them as Muslims. So it's still these our naive people that don't get it. Because when you tell a Biafran, you say, leave that thing, we'll be one. How can you be one with your enemy? How can you be one? Was Jeremiah Awolowo not a Christian? His name is Jeremiah Awolowo Obafemi. And yet he could still starve, Biafran people to death. Stole their money, reduced them to 20 pounds. Are these people human beings? Are they the kind of people you should talk to with pet words, massage their ego? Satan? Look at the characteristics of Satan. Wickedness, hatred. They are all shamelessness. They are all in this people. They will say everything, talk from morning to night. They can never call for their own nation. No. They set up Omoteku is the way they will use Omoteku to kill Igbo people. That's all they do.
Thank you very much.
People, it's time for you guys to wake up.
My time is up.
Time for you guys to wake up. Very unfortunate. Thank you, Mazi. I'll leave it here.
And of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. Biafrans across the globe, while we are still in the mood of remembering men and women who put their life on the line, that we might see this day, the 30th day of the month of May, Heroes and Heroines Remembrance Day. Let us focus on 14 they went through. Above all, the fourth one there said the war has not ended. Don't think it has. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call in. My apology for those of you on the line already. Honestly, my time is up and I cannot pick your call. Tomorrow morning is another day. We'll continue from there. May Elohim be with all of us. Guide our leader and his deputy. Divinely inspire every principal officer. Wake up every member of Biafran, everybody that is a Biafran. Create the consciousness and the hunger for Biafra restoration in all of us. Let all of us go crazy for Biafra. So we come mad in the street of Nigeria and we cure them themselves. Anyway, Nde wonu.